all doing? We had some tech difficulties. I'm very happy to be here. I'm Emily St. James. This is a goat. um,
You're the goat.
Yes, I am. Thank you. We've all agreed.
Right.
Yeah. It was voted on by the American public, and I have been selected the goat. Thank you for joining us for session 4 of Hexbreakers. It is a kids on brooms actual play on the Happy Jacks RPG Network. To catch up on past episodes, visit happyjacks.org/hexbreakers, and to find all of the shows on the Happy Jacks Network, visit happyjacks.org. I again am Emily St. James. I am your illustrious GM for the evening. I play such wonderful characters as Unicorn Mike, Dave, and Professor Appleton, the mundane studies professor. I love all of these people and have taken them into my heart. We have 3 players with us this evening. Kimmy, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hello, I'm Kimmy. I play Melody Inkwood of the Inkwoods, but not the Inkwoods with the E, because the Inkwoods with the E are the fancy Inkwoods.
You're a cool Inkwood.
Yeah.
I'm not like most Inkwoods. I'm a cool Inkwood.
I'm a cool one. So I am I wrote it down this time, offbeat eccentric. And my family runs the Inkwood Sanctuary for Universal Development, which is the school that we are at. And I am not a super great witch. I don't do super good with regular magic, but I have this weird knack for tech magic when I use regular mundane technology and cell phones and stuff like that mixed with magic. And I have a super big crush on someone who's sitting at this table.
Melody could turn this Kindle into a real book.
Yes, I could.
Adam?
There. Okay. That's how I point to Daphne.
Yes.
I forget where I'm at in the lineup.
Oh, yeah.
I'm over here.
Yeah. Hi, everybody. I'm Adam, and I am playing Tanager Folsom. She is the firstborn caster. She's a native girl who is discovered an affinity for the European style of magic, and has chosen to go to school here to try and learn a little bit more about that, and reconcile her views on more natural magic with this whole colonizer thing that they're doing, which involves wands, which, hard to pass up a prop. I brought my wand. Riley's been bringing her wand every week, and every time I'm like, I want to bring my wand.
That is the reason I do most things. If I can have a prop,
Yeah.
I'm like, yep. Kimmy, you have your wand right there.
Right.
It's an item.
It's a number 2 pencil, which is apropos.
Yes.
Riley, why don't you introduce yourself and your character?
It actually makes a great fidget toy for me to have my wand, which is great. I play Daphne Morgaine, who is a haughty descendant archetype in the game, trope in the game, and she is a former student of the British school who is now attending the Inkwood Sanctuary for Universal Development. Is that correct? Yes.
I said.
All right.
It just rolls off the tongue.
So she's an Inkwood student now. She's a former student of the British school. I think her feelings with the British school have shifted a lot since last episode, which is going to be fun to play out.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I think she definitely has feelings for somebody else that's not currently sitting at a table, but she doesn't know how to feel about them, and so we'll see how that goes.
We all know everyone loves Unicorn Mike, but you know what? There's only so much Unicorn Mike to go around.
Right.
Yeah. Do we, are we all good?
Can the 2 of you do recaps?
Sure, I could try to.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll do our best.
All right. So everyone found $1 million and
Yes.
solved the mystery. So okay, if I if my Martian friends and I invaded Earth last time, if I recall correctly, we were basically once again recruited by Wendell Parker, the professor for defense against destructive magic,
malicious magic.
Damn, that's why I said damn. I thought you were saying damn, like the name right.
No.
And we were asked to find an artifact that was currently being held in the vaults of the British school. Daphne freaked out because she figured they would recognize her and treat her badly. She tried to use a potion to change her appearance, and also Tanager's appearance failed miserably and made the exact worst outcome where she looked like herself pre any transition, and Tanager was made to look super masked.
Yeah.
And then they went as a group to the British school where they were harassed by some former students or current students that were in Daphne's former house. The group fled down some hallways. Daphne learned some things about her family, and Tanager was super supportive and also kind of tough lovey, which was very fun.
Yeah, because I got your back.
Yeah, we fought some monsters that were being sent to us by the administration. Some
Yes.
ogres, I think they were.
Yeah,
And
giants.
giants, and then
But they were acting like ogres.
Yes.
I mean, come on.
Oh, and Dante and Melody created an entire network of travel that happens through soda machines.
That's right.
So that was really fun.
Yeah.
And Professor Appleton is the teacher of mundane studies, and she was very perplexed by when people at the school didn't know how soda machines worked to begin with, and why that was the thing we learned about in class. Anyway, this is the most ADHD explanation ever. So then this one person had a cat, and I love cats. You like cats? So once we got through this conflict, we all showed off our magic in various ways in the hallway, and then we found our way to a soda machine. We spoke to the three bubble chums.
Bubble
Bubble
spokespeople
chums.
outside the machine, especially Dave.
I'm Dave.
Dave. We got inside the soda machine, and then we were confronted inside the secret vault by Professor Karen Joe, who is not the best. And she basically reminded Daphne that her moms were in prison and it was her fault. And she also threatened the group. We ended up defeating her, taking the artifact, which was actually part of Dante's family history, and taking it back to the school. And that's where we're back at Inkwood now.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I forgot anything else, and I apologize for how many routes I went down to get there.
No, that was better than my usual rambling recaps. One thing that was left out, the prison where your moms are being held is at Neuschwanstein Castle.
Yep, I definitely did not say it because I forget how to pronounce it.
Oh.
Not at all. I didn't bring it up.
I might be a little obsessed.
And one thing we also discovered was that they are imprisoned in all realities.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
And they're in prison because they supported me, which is kind of like a brutal thing to have someone tell you.
Yeah. And now we're gonna go kick some ass.
Yeah.
Is
Time
someone
for a
metaphorically working through some things with this game? Who can say? We're ready to begin. Is my microphone good?
It's good.
Cool, great.
That's also like my ADHD because Kimmy was doing great work around us doing like resetting the studio, and so the entire time I was recapping, I was also not paying attention to what I was saying. I was watching you do I was a cat.
Oh, so that's why you gave your credit card number.
Yeah.
That was helpful.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Emily's mic had died. Like it's,
Oh, no.
it's goodbye. R.I.P.
Hold it.
Said Mike.
There's nothing going on
No,
here.
no, Emily St. James, Muppet News Studio.
Emily St. James.
Right, looks like Unconventional has that microphone.
So it's coming up on Yule here at Old Ised. It's December 20th, and Yule is tomorrow, December
Happy birthday to me.
21st. Happy birthday to you! And the school is all bedecked in mistletoe and ivy and all of these different accoutrements of the season. What's one way that folks in your magical tradition celebrate Yule? I'm going to start with Daphne.
Well, I think I'm gonna make Daphne's birthday be my birthday. So Daphne's birthday is the 21st. So they usually celebrate Yule by forgetting to get her a cool birthday present, and they say it's a combination gift, which is some BS. Now, I think I think the Yule log is a good aspect. I think that but I think the Yule logs in the magical world are enchanted, and what they do is the flames actually reflect memories and things that you stories from your family's history that you put into the flames. And so am I stealing from Life Day? Apparently yes, I am. That's fine. Yeah, I think when the flames burn, you have these moments and these feelings that come up, and as you stare into the flames, you have it's almost like having a recounting of it's like people go look through photo albums or read family stories and stuff like that.
Yeah. That's wonderful. Tanager, what do they do for life or life day? What do they do for Yule in your family?
Well, we just do Christmas. Because that's when White Jesus was born. And so yeah. So anybody who's out there watching Reservoir Dogs, I'm basically Tanager is Willie Jack. Let's like just not try to pretend that I'm not doing that. But yeah, so yeah, we basically celebrate Christmas, and so this is a whole new thing. As I'm seeing like all of these things, and I don't know if it's just like this is what the Brits do or this is what the Wizards do, but it's great. And being from Central Valley, California, like we don't get snow at Christmas, so I'm just like I've learned the snow summoning spell, and I'm just running around just like making it snow in every room I go into.
Nice.
Yeah. And so I think that's the most exciting thing for me is like it's snowing on the outside grounds, and I'm just like I want it to snow everywhere.
Yeah.
Midwestern kids are mad at you because like I finally got away from the snow.
Right,
Why are you
yeah.
bringing it back?
Right? Yeah, because it's Christmas. Yeah.
When I first moved to California, I lived out in Riverside, and somebody brought a whole bunch of snow and
Yeah.
dumped it in our parking lot, and I was so happy, and my wife was so happy, and everyone else was, what the fuck is this? So
That's on brand for
yeah,
Riverside.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Melody, what's something the Inkwoods do to celebrate the Yule?
I think we decorate the school.
Mm.
Every year we have to decorate the school. And, we want to make sure that we are setting a good example and getting everyone to pitch in to do it. So while everyone else and all the students get the option of helping, the family does not have the option of helping. We are voluntold that we have to help every year, even if we aren't cool enough to have an E in our name. Like everybody within like a 20-mile radius who's an Inkwood of any sort or spelling has to come help decorate the school.
What's the sweet decorating job, and what's the kind of like, you try to get out of that job?
Definitely that we the fun job is kind of like the regular deck the halls, put the garlands, hang up the little mistletoe. And Caitlin gets that job this year for sure. So she's like plotting and putting mistletoe in like very strategic locations that she's aware of.
Yeah.
And I think the bad job is probably like the roof lights, because yeah. Yes, raising your hand, yes.
Ooh, Tanager volunteers. Tanager's
Okay.
like, roof lights? Can I do the roof lights?
Yeah.
I want to
yes.
do the roof lights.
Yes. I feel like that's also like what Melody gets stuck doing every year. And it's like it's dirty up there, and you're like she's not good at magic, so she kind of has to do it the regular way. Like she even sometimes like she can usually do it without the ladder, but like she can get to the roof and then like go around the edge and hang it from being on the roof. But it's not fun. She doesn't like it.
There's like a haunted portcullis up there or something, right?
There
I
is.
wrote
Yes,
all
there
this down.
is.
Yeah, it's like gargoyles. I think we said.
Yeah.
That.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the gargoyles
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Oh wait, was that at the British school with those gargoyles? Maybe I'm
The
creating
British
this-
school had moving rocks.
Yeah.
But yes, they're up on the top of the school. There's a little haunted area. Will that play in tonight? I don't know because I just remembered it. But yeah, so it's Happy Yule. Everybody's running around being festive. Even though the Magic World does not celebrate Christmas necessarily, they do celebrate a winter holiday break. So y'all are going to be taking off. There's a big like feast for Yule that all the students come to, and then you get like 3 weeks off. So everybody's looking forward to that. Some of you are headed home. Some of you will stay at school. We may talk about that at the end of the session. But for right now, it's December 20th. It's the last day of the semester. Today is finals day. You have big tests in every class you have today. And it's like the last thing to get over before tomorrow. The teachers all show a movie, and then you have a feast day. So that'll be fun. But yeah, you're sitting there at lunchtime, your morning test over, your afternoon test to come, when who should walk up but Mr. Wendell Parker, the Defense Against Malicious Magic teacher, very handsome fellow, has had this job for a long time now, very good at what he does. And he looks at the three of you and says, it's time.
Time for what?
It's time to get the final piece of the ritual.
Today?
Well, Yule, but it's right as of right now. It's Yule somewhere on
Yes.
the planet.
Yes.
So we have 24 hours in which to complete this. It will be extremely complicated and extremely difficult. Do you know Jeff Stapleton?
No.
Jeff Stapleton. The
No.
Hexbreakers are time wizards, as we all know. They've perfected time magic. Jeff Stapleton is the most powerful time wizard of all. He has created an incredible spell that creates just incredible time distortion, but it requires a great amount of time to power up. It's only available for one night out of the year. Anyway, he is very good at time magic, and we'd like you to seek him out and see if you can steal his magic.
Well, I have a question about that. Who is we, and what exactly are we doing? Because you keep giving us these secret, dangerous missions that we have to go on, and occasionally rope other people into, like Melody's cousin and Michelle when she exists. And,
Hey,
and hi, Michelle.
Hi,
Looking
Michelle.
good. I like your
Hey.
hat.
What's up?
Really cute.
thanks.
It's like that guy with the bags. But like you don't really tell us who you're looking for or like what it is, and I'm starting to feel like a pawn.
Well, that's because you are a pawn.
Yeah, I got that. So like maybe we should know a little more about it before we get rooked, so to speak.
Yes. I believe that this institute has been pulled into an ancient war between factions that even I am not entirely sure of. Let me tell you who you can trust. You can trust me, and you can trust Professor Emily Travell, who has not been
Who's
around
that?
for a while. That's just it. None of you remember her, but I do.
Well,
She
so
and
you
I
get
had
how
a
like
thing.
suspicious that sounds when you're like, oh, you can definitely trust me and someone who doesn't exist and only I know about. Like that's like textbook. Like if this were like one of the old books I used to read, this is like textbook. Like you're gonna betray us and do bad things to us in the end. And I'm just a little bit fed up with people in my life getting hurt, getting taken away. And I'm tired of not knowing things. And I think, by the way, like I think it's been a few weeks since we did the British school thing. I think Melody, I think Daphne. I used to say like she would dress in almost like school uniform type things. I think after the British school thing, I think she's like no longer doing that. She's like shredded that aspect of herself, and like now she's dressing a little more like grungy or like slightly gothy, like and then like I think she's been very standoffish to everybody and kind of like spending a lot of time by herself in her room and obsessing over. I told you this previously. I think she has maps and logs of that castle, and she's like basically trying to like prison break her way, like trying to figure out.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
so that's why she's being so testy and angry now. Like this kind of like culminates. So I think for you two, it's probably like you're probably used to her having these kind of like angry outbursts now, or like being like maybe not outbursts, but she's like very touchy and sensitive every time you talk to her.
So I, a couple of weeks ago, I brought this thing called a DVD player, and we plugged it in, and I've been showing you like all the best Prison Break movies. So
Oh, right. Well, first of all, I know what a movie is. I used to watch it with my nan.
okay,
But like, thank you.
well, I didn't know if you did or not because you.
No, I get it. It's hilarious that I don't know about technology because I grew up in a world with magic in it.
Well, you did kind of stumble about toasters, so
Yeah, it's a weird thing. You can just push and make a thing fire. Why would you use a device to do it?
well, because we. Okay, so
Because that's how regular humans touch into their magic. That's what they do.
Oh, right, regular people.
that's like implying that like the witches aren't regular humans and the wizards.
No, it's okay.
and
I'm used to not being treated like a regular person, so it's fine.
Are we done talking about toast?
Well, I want to go back to what we were talking about, which is how do I
would
trust
hope-
you?
Okay. Do you notice how this is a man's wedding ring now, but it's actually mine? Do you notice how I wear a wedding ring?
Yeah.
Have you ever met my wife?
No.
Digs in his pocket, pulls out a photograph of himself and an extremely beautiful blonde woman.
You
On
punch above your weight, bro.
well, thank you. This is Emily Travell. You all used to be very close with her. She was my wife, and she no longer exists.
Why is it all the pretty girls are named Emily? Weird.
Who can say? Let's see.
She seems
Pro
really
tip,
pretty and
suck
really
up to the
cool,
GM.
and, like,
So yeah, if
I bet she
y'all
has great shades of lipstick.
Right?
if y'all want to roll brains, all you have to do is beat a 10 to remember Emily because he has a photo of her somehow.
Great. Ooh. I don't get my magic die. I do.
Not. I got a 7.
I also got a 7.
So the plus we get for our advancements, we just add that after.
Mhm,
Okay.
mhm.
That's only for
6,
magic.
7 exactly.
It's only for magic. It's not for regular rules.
Well, no,
Oh,
if you have
you-
the
All right,
stat,
that makes sense.
if so like the +1 to fight and brawn that we get for being upperclassmen, those
It's
you
Yeah,
just
those
for
are
magic.
there's mundane stats and magic
Oh, okay.
stats, and so you get
All right,
plus.
so
Yeah.
6 then. Sorry.
yeah. So the pluses to your stat is what you add when you're doing non-magic rolls, and then the pluses to your magic is what you add when you're doing magic rolls.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just clarifying
So
question.
like the ones from classes are for your magic.
or for magic.
Yeah,
Okay, but
yeah.
the one we have for upperclassmen is stat.
Yes.
Okay, so
No,
that,
sorry.
All right.
The one for upperclassmen that there's one you get for being a kid, like a teenager, that gives you the you get +1 fight and +1 brawn for being a teenager essentially.
Yeah.
You also get 1 +1 magic for being upperclassmen.
Oh, got it. Okay.
That means you're trained in a type of magic.
Okay, yeah. So that would be the same. Okay, so yeah, nope, 5 only.
Okay. Hooray. So, yeah, none of you recognize Emily, the most beautiful woman in all of Witchdom.
Obviously.
And, but I will say that, Melody, you're probably familiar enough with this to know that, like, just like energy of like, this is from another universe is pouring off of this photograph. Like, it
Okay.
is clearly not of this world. He's like, I'm not asking you to trust me because I wouldn't trust me. What I am saying is we have similar goals, which is we want to stabilize what's the timeline to figure out what's happening, to figure out why people like Michelle and Dante keep disappearing. Dante, you remember Dante, right? He was one of your best friends.
Not ringing a bell, dude.
It's worse than I thought. So you need to find Jeff Stapleton. You need to find the time magic. You need to bargain with him to get him to give you just a little snippet of it. We need to be able to stabilize reality. That's the opal. We need to be able to power this machine. That's the unicorn tier. But we also need access to time. Jeff has access to time. We don't entirely know how his magic works, but he can perhaps help you. And then you can come back and we'll complete the ritual on the new year. You can be back here for the new year, right? You don't have plans?
Yeah, I'll be back.
Okay.
I'm here always.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going back to Bakersfield, but I mean, I'd be back. I can come back for New Year's.
Okay. Do you have further questions about Jeff Stapleton? I know little about this man, but we do have an expert on staff.
If we just ask him for his magic, will he give it to us? Maybe, like all polite and stuff, or like you gotta steal it.
There's many different ideas of how Jeff Stapleton operates. Some say he's very generous. Some say he will play you in a game and challenge you to get something. And some say he's cruel and malicious, but can be tricked easily. There's many different traditions. We don't know which one is correct.
Okay. So should we try to ask?
I would probably start there. Because we don't know how it works. We don't know if there's an artifact you can steal, if it's a thing you have to reach in and grab. It's difficult to say.
Well, you just said you have an expert on staff.
Yes.
So who was that expert on staff?
Professor Appleton.
Is an expert on Jeff Stapleton, the magic guy?
Yes.
She doesn't even know how to like travel through a soda machine.
Somehow she knows a lot about Jeff Stapleton, more than most of us do.
Are they like a couple? Are they doing it?
No, they're not a couple at all.
Does she know he's a Time Lord?
I think that, yes, a lot of humanity does.
Weird. Okay, I'm in.
I know what that is, by the way.
Do you?
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm from England, so
Oh right, yeah. That's
another thing.
where all the Time Lords come from.
And
Well, I feel like it being condescending, and I don't like it.
there's one last thing.
And also, they kind of do, except someone from Scotland.
Right. England, Scotland. What's
Sorry,
the difference?
sorry.
If we're done talking about the
What?
Time Lords who definitely exist, there's one other thing about Jeff Stapleton. He only exists in one of all the possible realities. You will have to find that reality. But his legend looms large. It has leaked into almost every other reality. So this will also be a test of how good you are at searching through the many different areas of the multiverse.
Oh well, Mel's is wicked good at that.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
We got secret brain weapon.
I mean, it's more like
Uh,
directional falling.
you got the brains.
Hopefully.
I mean, isn't all falling in the
You
direction?
got the brains.
Yeah, but like chosen direction is a little a little harder than just any direction of falling. But yes, we will do it. We can do it. We have to. We don't really have an option.
Right.
No, I have a question though.
Yes.
So, last time when we were at the British school,
Yes.
we were told that we were the reason that the Hexbreakers ended up getting their time magic.
I think it is entirely likely that that's the case. Yes, I think we may be living through a paradox, in which case we need to play the paradox out so we can eventually break it. But yes, I think that is one possibility of what we're doing right now.
So stopping and not doing it doesn't break the paradox.
No, because you would be compelled to do it through some other means. It's the timeline needs to happen as it happens for us to figure out what's going on and perhaps find a different route.
I feel like this is something they should cover in one of our classes.
Time magic is very strange and obscure. It's very difficult to understand. The Hexbreakers, of course, have their library, mostly taken from the archives of Alexandria, but we don't know where that is or how to access it. Jeff Stapleton, on the other hand, we know where he lives, roughly, just not in which reality.
Okay.
Okay.
So if we just like go to where he lives and then we just start shuffling through realities, they swipe right, swipe right, swipe right.
Well, he wouldn't live there if he didn't exist in this reality, though.
But it would still be the same location. It was like when we went to find the unicorns.
Oh, right, yeah.
The unicorns were there in every reality, but there was only the one reality where the Sasquatches weren't waiting for us. So if we go there and we do the transfer thing through the realities, we should technically still be there in another reality. And hopefully it's not one where like lava's there.
I don't want to discourage you from this. This will be a very hard physical location in which to do that. It may perhaps work, but I think it will be very difficult to stand for any length of time at the North Pole.
The North Pole.
Yes.
Oh, right. That does make things more complicated.
So like, okay, is Santa Claus real?
This is the thing. Professor Appleton knows a lot about this Santa Claus, but from our research, he and Jeff Stapleton seem to be the same.
So Jeff Stapleton is Santa Claus?
Perhaps.
Who's Santa Claus?
Oh my God, Santa Claus! He like brings you presents on Christmas Day.
He's the bloke what has the hat, like
Yeah,
Michelle.
the red hat and like the jolly white beard and the red suit. And
All
he's-
perfect descriptions of Jeff Stapleton.
That's Jeff Stapleton? Then
Alright.
I'm a damn expert.
If you play the Sonic the Hedgehog app game, and there's like the little red suits and stuff that the people are wearing around the
I've
holidays,
seen this.
that's Santa Claus.
Oh, interesting.
I've been playing that game because I knew you liked it. I thought you might be. It's fun.
I do like that. That's good. Yeah, and I have noticed that the seasonal changes in many video games include strange white and red outfits. This is the reason.
Yeah, that's Santa Claus.
They all really like Jeff Stapleton. Okay.
Well, okay, the rest of us call him Santa Claus.
Jeff Stapleton, yes.
Okay, so if I ask Miss Appleton about Jeff Stapleton, is she gonna know that Jeff Stapleton is Santa Claus?
Yeah, I think if you offered her a brief description and said he lives at the North Pole, yes, she knows much of the deep lore.
Okay. I'm just gonna say that there's like a way that I pictured this going in my mind, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna happen that way. And I just want everybody to know that when I start laughing when we talk to Miss Appleton, that means that I was right.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I have exhausted my level of information about Jeff Stapleton. It's difficult to say what is true and what is not, but Miss Appleton seems to have the scope of it. She's very smart in this particular area of magic lore.
Okay.
Melody's like on her phone now, like Googling Santa Claus. And at some point it starts, like she hits a website that has some like awful MIDI music that's like Christmas music. Like, dun, 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 dun.
Yes, that is music that she listens to, yes.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
She
Okay.
knows his incantations.
Yeah.
Well, he sees you when you're
amazing.
sleeping. He knows when you're awake.
Well, I don't like that at all.
That seems very, very creepy.
Oh yeah, he keeps a list, and like he like writes down if you've been naughty or nice.
So this is
Wait, the bloke that shows up at the mall and hangs out with mortal kids is also like sneaking into the houses while they're sleeping.
Right. Yeah.
And we're supposed to be like, oh, that's creepy.
No, he like writes
I
down
don't
what you
to play
want.
that at all.
Yeah.
He has
And if-
many imposters. Yes, be careful.
So is this something they do to punish adults? Like, it seems very, very frightening.
No, it's super frightening. And if you're not good, like he leaves coal in your stocking.
To
But
burn
coal,
you?
Coal is pretty cool. Like you can use it as an ingredient in little spells and stuff like that. So like that's like great. It's like
No, it's like
cool,
dirty.
Like a fireball.
It's like dirty coal in your sock. In
I
your
mean, no,
sock
if I-
that you
if
hang
I-
at the chimney.
Like,
Why
Don't
would
you
you
hang
hang your
socks?
sock in a chimney?
why does he put them like in the drawer?
Yeah. No, he puts it.
Do you get one in each sock for the pair?
No, you only have one sock.
Well, that's a tragic situation to have. Like, why would you only have one sock? You gotta have 2 feet.
Yeah, that's a horrible punishment.
Yeah.
Everybody should have 2 socks.
Yeah, your
You
feet
guys
gets cold.
don't know anything.
I know all about it. I'm just messing with you, mate. Oh, it's just so fun to watch. You think I'm so stupid about stuff? It's fun to see what you do when I don't know something.
Okay, that's like hurtful but fair,
Yeah.
I'm from Britain. We know all about Santa Claus. He's like the national anthem there.
right? Okay, all right.
That guy with the kid wrote
Yeah.
that jingle about him
Well,
in
you
the
guys
movie.
are always confusing me because you didn't know about.
I don't know if Mel
taxes
actually
either.
knows, but I definitely know. It's really fun to wind you up.
Yeah, I totally know. I totally know.
Yeah, Mel's totally knows, and
I
we talked
know.
about it, and we're like very good about it.
Yeah. Melody does not know.
No, I don't think you caught that I winked at you.
Yeah,
while I was
no.
saying.
Those of you listening to the podcast.
Oh yeah, fair. Yeah, I
Melody
forgot that as a
doesn't know.
podcast form. Yeah,
Kimmy is winking at the camera.
yeah.
Kimmy,
Kimmy wasn't. Riley was. Yeah.
it sounds like you've heard
Yeah.
some information about this,
Right.
Mr. Stapleton.
Okay.
If you want to proceed to Ms. Appleton's classroom, she can fill you in more. She will not be aware she's briefing you. I think she will just
Right.
think she's talking with you about holiday traditions among the mundane. But yes, it's definitely worth a shot. There are some magical stories and beings so powerful they resonate through all realities, and Jeff Stapleton seems to be one. So I'm so excited for you to meet him. I will be so honored when you do. Will you get his autograph for me?
Well, I guess.
We can
yeah.
try.
Good. All right. Well, thank you. I have to go teach the damn final. How do you say it? Damn.
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 Damn. Is how Tanner just says it.
like that.
They weren't here for a second, but now they're saying it.
Yeah.
Damn.
There you go. All right. So he strides off.
Jeff Stapleton, Jeff
Handsomely.
Stapleton, right down Jeff Stapleton Lane.
Does he actually have a street named after him?
No, not actually. Well, kinda. Yeah, I mean some places.
Oh.
Sometimes they just name streets after him just for like the holiday season.
Wow.
Oh, you're doing it again. I'm not gonna explain anything to you anymore.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yes, I'm doing it.
Hey, y'all, what you up to?
Michelle, thank God you're here. Okay.
Yes.
Do you know who Jeff Stapleton is?
Jeff Stapleton. I think he was my shop teacher back when I went to Wausau High.
No. So if I tell you Jeff Stapleton rides around in a sleigh on December 25th and brings you a whole bunch of presents, is that Jeff Stapleton?
No, that's a Santa Claus who's a day late.
Right. Oh. Hey, that's so right. Oh, you're so right. Yeah, December 24th. Although it's at midnight. So is it really December 24th or is it December 25th?
If I were him, I would just always do it at 11:59 p.m. to be sure.
And 59.9 seconds.
There you are. No, I've heard of. Yeah, of course, I've heard of Santa Claus.
Right.
Jeff Stapleton though was definitely my shop teacher back at Wausau High.
Okay. Well, he's also Santa Claus.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, sure. That makes sense. That makes as much sense as anything y'all have told me anytime. I wanted to know if you wanted to enter the Big Yule raffle. I am collecting little trinkets so that you can get tickets. The big winner gets a new broom. Professor Zippers has picked out just the finest broom, and the school has purchased one. And the winner gets one of those. All the proceeds go to taking care of the magical creatures that live in the woods around here.
Oh.
All right. Well, since I have the wealthy strength, I'm gonna buy tickets for the whole group.
Thanks, buddy.
Can we make a special request that something is bought for a specific magical creature in the woods?
Sure, I suppose.
Yeah, Mike the unicorn is a very special individual and should
Okay.
definitely get something very special.
Okay, I will see if we can get Unicorn Mike like a little scarf or something.
You know what? Get him a DVD player with a copy of the film Titanic because he loves it.
Titanic.
Titanic.
Titan.
The Titan movie.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Clash of
about-
the Titans.
Yeah.
No, that's a totally different thing.
Oh, okay. Remember the Titans. Yeah, actually, you
Titan?
might quite like that one. Actually.
Titan, the French movie that's about a woman in a car who will fall in love.
I mean, he probably would like it. He seems like he's really into like a lot of things.
Michelle would not have seen Titan. I just want to be clear about that. That's
Wait,
just,
that's an
an
actual
Emily
thing
joke.
that exists?
You're gonna make me riff. I'm gonna riff. I'm sorry.
It's yeah.
Look, I think that he might like a lot of films, and I think like we shouldn't decide just because it's a unicorn he has no taste.
That's true.
So listen, y'all are going on an adventure. Seems like I can't go
Yeah.
because I gotta sell these raffle tickets and
Okay.
such.
Okay.
But yeah, if you listen, if y'all actually do meet Jeff Stapleton,
Yeah.
could you get his autograph for me? He seems pretty cool.
We'll totally do that.
Sure. Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
try. We'll try our best.
Great, great.
Do you remember someone named Dante?
Dante.
Or
Oh yeah, he was like younger, wasn't he? He was like a little bit younger than the rest of us. He was a nice guy. Where is he?
we don't remember him.
Oh, well, that's too bad. I do.
Yeah,
Well, then I guess you could tell us what he is then.
did we like know him?
Oh yeah, y'all were really good friends. Just like we were all really good friends.
We were really good friends.
Are really good friends, I think. We still hang out all the time, right?
We do?
Yeah.
Yeah, with peas in a pod.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we totally hang out all the time. And
Good.
Dante, totally remember him.
Dante,
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm. Yeah. You were going to ask about someone else, it sounded like.
Yeah, and Professor, what was her name?
Travel.
Travell.
Travel.
Professor Travell, Emily Travell, yeah, she's gorgeous and funny, and she's wonderful, and she always knows what to say to someone when they're in a bad situation. She and Wendell Parker are married, and they had a wonderful wedding. We were all there. We all got invited. We all had a wonderful time, and we waved to them as they flew off on their brooms. You forgot about that?
I think we can go ahead and establish that there's like a thing happening, or we forget stuff.
Okay.
And it's like
Right.
a thing. So like
Yeah.
maybe I'll be so surprised every time it
Right.
happens.
Is it because the timeline keeps changing?
Probably,
We-
yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, it's probably got something to do with that.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting that your memory doesn't seem to change whenever the timeline changes.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes I know stuff and sometimes I don't. And sometimes I know stuff and sometimes I don't. I don't know why that is. I guess it's because I grew up in Wausau or something.
That,
Is there something
Yes.
interesting about Warsaw?
Well, it's I looked up things about Wausau and I can't remember. Well, it's one of the jewels of the Mississippi River. The Mississippi River is a really long river that we
You know
have
what
here
the
in
river
America.
is? I've learned about it.
Okay, all right. No,
That's stupid.
it was kind of a joke. I don't actually think there's anything special about Wausau. I don't know why I can do this. I think it might have something to do with something.
I feel like somebody told me something about you, and now I can't remember that person or what they said.
I see. Interesting. Do you remember like anything of like what it might have pertained to?
See, I remember. I'm realizing out of character. It was something Travell told me, so now I don't think I would probably remember it. I was like something about you were like very important.
Roll to remember it.
Okay. Yeah.
Roll me brains to beat a 10.
Did not.
I feel
Take an
like,
adversity token.
well, yeah.
Oh yeah, I have two
Well,
now.
yeah.
Two bad rolls. So
I feel like we would also just the fact that she remembers stuff, we'd feel like that was important.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
if we'd realize that she particularly was important.
Sure.
Mhm.
I do remember stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's, we just, things, this school used to have a lot more people in it, and it just seems like it's kind of getting worn down a little bit. I think for a while I thought it was just that folks were finding other stuff to do, transferring, or maybe they decided magic wasn't for them, or maybe they just, died. But no, it seems like people just kind of don't exist anymore, and that's troubling.
It went really dark, dude.
Well,
Sorry.
here's the question I have about it, and like, okay, like, maybe I'm just like really suspicious these days because I'm reason to be.
Sure.
But like, what if they're actually somewhere they're happy, and what if we are stuck somewhere that's getting worse and worse, and like we're like, oh, where'd everybody go? But we're actually like left over.
Wait, like this is worse and worse?
Well, she just got done saying there were people and they stopped existing, which doesn't feel like the best scenario.
Well, yeah, but what if they were bad people?
I don't think this Dante sound like a bad. Now I became Irish there, or Scottish,
Dante.
or like very Liverpoolian. I don't think this Dante sound like a bad person. He seemed like it was very nice. I'm still Liverpool. I can't get out of it.
It's fine.
If we can trust Michelle, can we trust you, Michelle?
I think so. I feel trustworthy.
Abracadabra, tell the truth.
Hi, my name's Michelle.
She got you there.
Okay.
I feel like if she was trying to hide things from us, she wouldn't tell us that she remembers everything.
Yeah.
Oh, that seems like what she might want.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
See, this is why you're the brains. Okay.
that's very frightening.
Yes.
Anyway, so
Tell me
y'all,
about it.
if y'all are going off on an adventure,
Right.
that's fun.
Okay.
Good for you.
Well, if you see Dante, tell him we're off on an adventure.
Okay.
And apparently he should be there.
Okay. Yeah, I think that I can do that. Thank you for buying all these raffle tickets. I'll let you know if you win. And no matter what happens, I'll make sure that Unicorn Mike gets a little scarf. I'll knit it myself.
Aww.
it's
I'll
very
use
sweet of you.
magic to knit it, so it won't be like doing it by hand, but the thought counts.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's very
Yeah.
sweet of you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's the same. Like, toast that you make with magic is just as good as toast you make with a toaster. I mean,
Thank you.
we did experiments to prove it.
I feel like making toast in the toasters is good. She says, since she's not good at
When you
magic.
Well,
make-
no, they say it was just as good. They
Yeah.
didn't say it was better.
Right.
I think it's really cool that you like know how to do stuff that like not everybody knows.
When
how
you
to do.
make toast with
Thank you.
magic, I think it can taste a little better, but you also might set the bread on fire. So it's, a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
That's what you do to toast it.
But yes, but you might like lose it. It might just go ashy. Whereas on the toaster, you kind of got control. Yeah, I don't know why we're talking about this. I have to go sell more raffle
Okay.
tickets.
Okay, I know this is completely like out there, but the other night I learned, okay, very important thing. Toasters, the little like gauge on the side is not the amount of doneness. It is the amount of time.
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Oh.
that. I thought it was the like how done it was. Like
I mean,
all-
technically it is how long it is because that's how much time has passed. But
right,
like, yeah,
Right, but
like
it's
the
like-
longer it's in there, the hotter it's gonna get.
Yeah, but I always thought like, okay, this is like, okay, I
Right.
don't know. It's very
Yeah.
like,
I guess to be fair to
Yeah.
you, there is often like an image of like a light toast and a dark toast. So I can see why you thought like,
Right,
it gets
yeah.
darker as you turn it.
I
Yeah.
thought
But
it
it
was
is, yeah.
that.
It's like a
Yeah.
minute per.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was sitting with friends the other day, and they were literally Friday after the show, and like someone said that, and I was just like, "What?" I was also a little drunk, so but
Well,
it blew my mind.
I was this many days old when I learned that too. Like, and it's like, well, that makes sense, of course, duh. But at the same time, it's like, but I also didn't know that.
Yeah,
Like, I did not think that through.
especially how much toast I made. Anyway,
Right.
sorry. this is-
Michelle has a flip phone and she looks down as it buzzes and she says, "Oh, my friend Kimmy's telling me this thing about toasters. I got to go deal with this."
Okay.
So, Kimmy, you exist in this world. That are Michelle's friends.
We have a lot of toast revelations.
And in this world, I learned this when I was like 15,
Yeah.
and not now, which is significantly more than 15.
Quick cut to Kimmy in
High
Wausau,
school.
Wisconsin,
Yeah.
the age of 15.
Yeah.
Uh,
Do they have swim team in Wisconsin?
We probably did indoors.
Okay.
Yeah, we have in Ohio. So.
Okay, there you go.
So yeah, Michelle walks off to go deal with toast emergencies.
Okay. So, while we're on our way to Miss Appleton's
Sure.
room, I just kind of like randomly drop in a very nonchalant way, because I don't want Daphne to feel like it's pity,
Mhm.
but I kind of drop like, I'm gonna be like super bored at my mom's house in Bakersfield for like Christmas. So like, if anybody's like not going home, you could come and hang out with me. Bakersfield is not like exciting like here, but like, there's a mall and movie theater, and we have a DVD player. So like I'm just saying, like, you know, if somebody wants to, like, you know, if you want to like come hang out with me for the holidays, like it's totally cool. Like it's no big deal.
Oh, I'll think about it. I kind of had some thoughts about what I might do, and I thought I might hang out around here. And like, she kind of like shoots a glance at Melody, and like, I just thought I might like see what's going on here at the school during the break. But maybe we'll think about it. Yeah, for sure.
Totally. And I suddenly like clue into why you might want to stay here.
So
I think that in the like time since the heist at British School, I think that I've been keeping my distance from you in like a way that's like I'm not gonna tell you why I'm doing it,
Right.
so that you can roleplay how you feel about it.
Mhm.
But I think I am occasionally like you catch me like stealing a glance or a glimpse at you, and then kind of like looking away, and like I've been very quiet and standoffish in general. But like I think there's a lot of moments like that where you catch me like having a peek.
I feel like the holidays and Yule is very complicated for Melody because I feel like her like portion of the family is very much like just like it's magical, but like they never did any of like the more like mundane traditions like stockings or presents. Like it's more like a very secular. Some people believe this like very. Like if they were non-magical humans, it would be like the family who raised their kid without Santa Claus, and like some people believe this, you know. But you know, don't ruin it for them. But we know it's not true. Like non-magical as much as possible. So I feel like she's
kind of hippie-ish, right?
100%.
Yeah.
So I feel like she's a little awkward. Like at school, they make a big deal about it, and it's like the other side of the family. So I think she's not even like really used to thinking about like Yule and like spending time with family and stuff because it's always kind of been for at least her immediate family not a big deal. So I think she probably isn't even like picking up on the conversation or the like hints that are sort of being dropped.
Yeah,
but she does notice that you look.
Yeah, I think Daphne's family being like magical users from the UK, I imagine, especially being a descendant of Morgan Le Fay, I feel like there's definitely like a much more like pagan background in their faith, so that's why like Yule would be like a real thing they actually celebrate. Like they're probably pretty druidic in their stuff, which I don't know enough about personally to like get into what the culture would be. I have friends who worship it, but I think that's what's her kind of thing is. But I think also, as impossible as it is to escape like the accoutrement of Christmas in America, I imagine it's 10 times even harder in the UK. So I could be wrong about that, but it feels like the UK television is like nonstop Christmas. And like I've seen Love Actually. I see what happens.
Yeah.
So I think even the magical world in the UK is very aware of like the secular belief in Christmas and like and like they might not know a lot about like the Christian faith and those kind of things, but they definitely know about like the holiday, like the commercialism of it. So
Cool. Has Daphne seen Love Actually?
Of course she had.
Okay.
I think I decided that I joked around about her not understanding what Titans were in Titanic, but I kind of like the idea that Daphne has like a weird film buff side from her grandma.
Yeah, I like that.
I think I said it as a throwaway last time, and I'm kind of gonna roll with it as a truth about her.
So I'm gonna tweak something because what you just said like really like tweak something. So I feel like Melody's side of the Inkwood family like very much like in protest like of like Christianity and like they burned witches. We are absolutely like rejecting all of that. So it's not even like we don't really believe it. It's like we don't do any of this Christian stuff at all. It's wrong, and because they feel like that's like some of their ancestors and things like that. So I think that's kind of, she's sort of torn about that too. Like she kind of is like, it looks like so much fun, but also like I've been taught this is bad, and Santa Claus I was taught that was bad, and now we have to go get his autograph. So yeah.
Okay. What have you gotten to Professor Appleton's office, or do you have more you want to discuss?
I think so. This is such a weird reference, but I don't know if you saw the film Kingpin. There's the whole thing Randy Quaid's grandpa would take him into town to bowl, and that's how he's a good bowler. I think Daphne's grandmother would take her into town to go see movies, and that was their weird little like quirky thing.
Yeah.
So that's why like she doesn't know a ton about mortal culture, and maybe she might even think that things that she sees in movies are like as if you're like watching Lord of the Rings, like, oh, it's just things they made up for script writing. Doesn't understand, like, no, this is like day-to-day culture for people. So I think that makes sense why she has like a bit of a movie buff background.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
So you get to the classroom where Professor Appleton is teaching, like just a group of very young students, and she's just like being like, and that is what we call a dog. This is a cat. I know this. Many of you know this. I know that many of you have pets. You say you can talk with. It's very fun, but some of you don't know. This is a dog and this is a cat, and some people keep them in their homes. Thank you. Goodbye. She sees
I have Merle, who's on my shoulder.
I like lower my backpack so Butterfinger can jump out, and
Yeah.
Butterfinger just like zooms after that cat and just chases it around.
Yeah. Can I help all of you? I was just heading out. I was gonna see if I could catch my girlfriend before we left for the holidays.
We just wanted to know a little bit about Santa Claus.
Santa Claus.
Yeah, Santa Claus.
Oh yeah. Well, of course, absolutely. Come in. I can
Did
talk
you
about
know his
Santa
name
Claus.
is Jeff Stapleton?
I thought that was a shop teacher from Wausau, Wisconsin.
We've also heard that, yes. Maybe he has a day job.
I suppose that's possible. But no, I know a lot about Santa Claus. I was a huge Christmas buff as a kid. I mean, I still love Christmas stuff. I've seen all the Christmas
Right.
movies. I've watched all the Christmas specials. I know all the songs. Honestly, Dorothy, that's my girlfriend. She gets so sick of it because she's not really into it. She's got religious trauma. But listen, I love it. I love all the trappings. Our whole house every year. I go all out. It plays music. There's a little train that goes around. I'm sorry. What did you have to ask?
Super cool.
Yeah.
So like, well, just like if we go to the North Pole, are we gonna find him?
Well, I guess your parents never told you. It's time that we have this talk. I think you're old enough. He's not real. Like, he's a spirit in all of our hearts. He's real in that sense. Like, you know, the love you feel for your fellow man, or like the generosity that you feel around the holidays. But as like a guy you could like touch and shake the hand of, he's not real. Like those people you see at the mall, they're just pretending.
What?
But they're all actually shopping and stuff.
Damn it, Brian.
I started laughing earlier because when you started saying like what Santa Claus was, my head immediately pictured the Ghost of Christmas Present in the Muppet Christmas movie.
Yeah.
It's just thinking of the Santa Claus. I'm gonna know me better.
No, it's like, no, the people who are shopping are real. The people who are dressed like Santa, they're not really Santa. They are people who are paid. Honestly, their wages are way too low, and that's the thing that I've been tweeting about a lot. If you go and look at my
Capitalism,
Twitter
yeah.
account.
Alright, so this is one of the worlds where he doesn't exist. There's a meaning that
Right.
we can mark this off the list of worlds where he exists.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay, yeah.
Right.
Okay, yes. But what else did you want to know?
So he lives at the North Pole, right?
That's what the stories say. Yes, they're most of them say he lives at the North Pole. In fact, I
So-
think all of them do.
Is there a way to get there? Is like a train or something?
Well, there is a movie in which there is a train.
Book.
Oh,
And a
Snowpiercer. I
book.
saw that one.
Yes,
That's really good.
Snowpiercer. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I keep emailing. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Sorry.
Or like a rip machine gun. I'm sorry.
I'm fine. I'm fine. We're having a great time.
I'm gonna
Honestly,
drink
I
while
am.
you
No,
actually GM. I'm sorry.
no, it's okay.
Kimmy just like nearly died. We almost lost Kimmy.
Book. It's a
There's
book.
there's a book about a train. There's a movie about a train. The movie's not very good. The book is perfectly fine. But I don't know. That's the only place that turns up. If I were, say, attempting to create like a profile of a real Santa Claus, I
Right.
don't know that I would include that in.
Yeah.
This is for a report or something, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
How do you get there then? If there's no train,
Is it? Yeah,
Well, getting to the North Pole is very difficult. The closest you can get is Barrow, Alaska, and then I assume you'd have to like walk or maybe take a small prop plane and parachute out. But
or
that's
fly. Yeah, we could fly.
Oh yeah, we could
Well, see,
fly.
Santa, the idea is that he has a magic sleigh that's pulled by 8 reindeer, and they're magic too. Obviously, none of
That's
this is real.
ridiculous. Magic doesn't exist.
That's true. Magic doesn't
Magical
exist.
reindeer.
But like, if magic did exist,
Okay.
and you're like an expert on Santa Claus,
Okay.
what do you think of all the stories you've
Okay.
heard about Santa from every movie, every song, every
Mm.
book?
There's songs?
All those things.
Oh my god, there's so many songs. We're gonna listen to all of them
Oh,
We'll have a
over
long
and over
trip.
and over again.
What would you say is the most likely, if you had to believe one way to get there was the absolute best way, what would you think it would be?
Well, I think I would try to hitch a ride on his sleigh because I think that would work. But it only works on Christmas Eve.
Oh.
So that might be, I don't know. I don't know why you're asking me this right now, but I think I might try to hitch a ride on his sleigh, or I might wish really hard, or I might just see if I could fly up there myself. It's very hard to get there. It's the North Pole.
Do you think he has a soda machine at the North Pole?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
He might. I don't know.
Do you think there's a soda machine in Barrow, Alaska?
There's almost certainly a soda machine in Barrow, Alaska. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, 'cause it keeps the soda is nice and cold. So.
Right?
Yeah.
But would you even need a soda machine? Well, you wouldn't have to plug it in.
I mean, you
Like-
still have to pay for the sodas, so they
Right.
probably would want it locked behind that paywall.
Yeah.
I think I know that you're all very interested in soda machines. We've had several weeks on that topic, but I don't see how that intersects with the Santa Claus
Sure.
story.
Thank you for the A on the paper, by the way.
You're welcome. You did brilliant work.
Dr. Pepper was the answer. Sorry, the kids are here. I don't want to spoil it. Please.
Is it so? Also, like, once you get up there, is it like a bunker, or a castle, or
Bungalow.
Two schools of thought.
uh
One is that there is just a barber pole that goes with the red and white stripes around it, and you can like descend from that into like some sort of winter wonderland. The other is that it's like one of those Christmas villages that you see in people's houses, and it's just sitting there. Now, of course, if you fly over the North Pole, you're not going to see that, but it's a lovely image. It pops up
Right.
a lot. So
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's just a basic charm. Like, yeah, that makes sense. That you
yeah,
would be able to see
very,
it.
it's very charming. Yes.
Yes.
Now, I saw a film once
Mhm.
where a bunch of wizards and witches and goblins
Mhm.
took over Christmas. Now, did that actually happen for real ever?
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah.
No, that didn't happen either because that wasn't real.
But
Okay.
I thought that wasn't Santa Claus like the punishment for adults? Why would the nightmare be before the Christmas?
Now,
Ooh, deep questions.
what is a really interesting thing about that is so many of these stories are like animated. So like if I was going to look for Santa Claus, I might look for somewhere that's animated. And she's clearly just like riffing right now.
All right, so we have to find ourselves somewhere animated.
Okay.
What?
All right.
Oh, yeah, that's actually really interesting. You're right. It's all
Hmm.
fiction and animation, isn't it? Cartoons.
Interesting.
Okay, I have an
Yes,
idea.
cartoons
Okay.
aren't
Like
real.
Butter-
Butterfinger,
You know
stop
what?
chasing that cat. Okay.
Have a good Christmas
yeah.
with your girlfriend.
Thank
Merry
you.
But also-
Christmas.
If she has trauma with it, as much as you love it, maybe you should be a little more sensitive to her personal needs and maybe
Oh.
like give her spaces where she doesn't have to be
Yes.
inundated.
No, we make sure to always have like half our house is non-Christmas and half our house is super Christmas. It looks very weird if you're driving past it and you're like looking at the light display, but she appreciates it. I love her very much. I think I'm going to ask her to marry me. What do you think about that?
Oh, that's so cute.
Um,
you have to.
We're going to see her family though, and this is the first time since they've kind of slightly accepted us. So I am talking to you way too much. I'm sorry.
You
No, I
should
think it's
tell us
great.
more.
You know, I've got 2 moms, so
Oh,
Makes me
that's
happy.
wonderful. Yes, Tanager?
No, I don't have 2 moms.
No, I thought you were saying
I
something.
mean, I got a stepmom.
Okay, great. But yeah, we're gonna go see
Okay, actually, no, I
her.
don't. That would be a retcon. Okay.
We're gonna go see her family on the holiday, and then for the new year, we're gonna go see my family. I thought I'd ask her to marry me. Stroke of midnight. I thought that would be really cute. I don't know.
Okay, but
it's a
don't
lot
do
of
it with
pressure,
like
though, isn't
Christmas
it?
stuff.
Then she has to like, never mind. No, you do your thing. It's fine.
No, we're going to be all alone. We're not going to a party.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she can say she's not going to say no though. We've been together for like 5 years.
About time
Oh,
then.
that's like a third of my life.
I don't know why I'm being so bitchy tonight. Sorry.
Tonight.
Do you think I've waited too long? Do you think she'll say no?
I didn't say that.
Oh God.
I mean, if she puts up your Christmas stuff, she seems to really like you.
You shouldn't talk to Daphne too much. She has this way of like making everything seem awful.
I need
That's
to
tough.
catch my flight. We're going to, ironically enough, we're going to Barrow, Alaska. That's where she grew up.
Oh, well, maybe we'll see you there by the soda machine.
Okay.
It's like part of our quiz, you know. We're like, we want to see more about the wild. So.
I'm going to do a spin-off that's just about Anne Appleton, like dealing with like her students turning up in weird places.
It's like the opposite of Saved by the Bell, like when Belding is ready.
Yeah.
Why it's Belding's point of view about the whole thing. I like to imagine that Anne's fiance is also a witch, but like Anne is just that oblivious, has never figured out that she's like dating a
Right?
witch.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
That's how she got the job.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
So I think what we need to do is we need to find a universe that's animated.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
That's such a good idea. Okay, Melody, how do we find a universe that's animated?
We try. And we just go for it.
All right.
I don't
have
really know.
Okay.
I can come back to places I've already been, but I kind of just like jump at places and hopefully we can find one.
How do
Maybe
you
it's
jump?
like it's like sorry.
No, how do you jump to like animated?
What I was gonna say is maybe we could like look, when you do a magic, sometimes you focus on like material ingredients for the
Right.
spell, right?
Right.
Like coal,
Right.
You know, for like a tinder fire spell. What if for animation we like focus on like pencils and paints and things like that?
I know what we need. Clay. We need clay.
Oh, because claymation. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know what any of that is, but
Okay.
maybe if I focus on like a video game, because it's like 2-dimensional, right?
Right.
So
yeah.
if I find something that is, I think of something that's 2-dimensional also, then, right? Or is
Right.
animation not 2-dimensional? I don't know.
We get some clay.
Well, it used to be 2-dimensional, and they've gotten like really fancy
Yeah.
with it, so now it's
Oh.
like a little more. But I think the Santa Claus stuff is mostly 2-dimensional.
Okay. Well, we could try the clay thing.
Yeah.
Or
Okay.
maybe we just like pile up as many of the moving pictures, DVDs that you can find, and we just like have all of those with us, and maybe it will take us into one of them.
Okay. All right.
Or we do all the things. I
We
don't
got a
know.
plan. Can we do magic and make it a better plan?
I thought her plan was good.
I know, but we need magic to go with them. Well,
Well,
Also
I'm
magic.
saying that
weird,
she's
different
doing magic with her thing, and I'm
Right.
saying that we'll focus on the animated things as like a what's the word I'm looking for? Like a focal point. I know I just
Right.
said focus. Like a focal point seems like being redundant, but you know I couldn't think of what an
A focus.
enhancer. Yeah, focus.
Target.
What's the word I'm looking for?
I don't-
Amplifier. Looking for the word amplifier, and I finally found it. There it is. This
Excellent.
goes to 11. All right, so I think if we use the films as an amplifier for
Right.
Mel's already wicked smart cool magic, we can just like get where we're going.
okay. All right. I'll grab my DVDs. Somebody find us some clay, and then we'll go. Okay. So I'm gonna run back to my room and grab all the Christmas DVDs.
Okay. All right. What's Tanager's favorite Christmas movie?
I'm gonna do a deep pull.
The Santa Claus.
No.
No.
Tanager's favorite is Olive the Other Reindeer.
Nice. Wow.
Yeah.
I love that.
It's actually Joey's favorite, and I had never seen it before. And he makes me watch it every
I
year.
remember
And
it
I'm
was
like,
on TV for the first time.
yeah. I'm like, oh, this is really good.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
So,
Perfect.
yeah.
Perfect.
yeah. So, Yeah,
We bought Laurelyn that book last year.
Oh.
And we thought it was adorable, and we're like, oh, she doesn't know any of the. She doesn't. It's a
pun. She
It's a
hasn't heard
pun.
before.
She's
Yeah.
2. She doesn't get it.
She does not understand.
We kept reading it. And we thought it was hilarious.
That means that the first time she hears Rudolph in earnest, she's
Yeah.
gonna just think that all of the other reindeers are
all of
actually,
it. Yeah, that's gonna be it until she's like 7, and
Yeah.
some like mean kid at school is like,
Right.
it's all of the other reindeer. God, are you
Except-
named after something in Lord of the Rings or something? Like, so weird.
No, but then she'll reply, yeah, but you know how the toaster dial works? Because I do.
My mom told me that early in life.
There's one thing you need to know in life, and it's the toaster.
Toaster dial.
Right. It works the same way, but now you know why.
Michelle looks at her phone. It's like, Kimmy's texting up a storm today. Just a lot of stuff.
Random stuff. Sorry.
It's fine. I'm honestly having a great time. So
I like
have-
that you were like, this might be over in a half hour, and we're
Yeah.
like, not if we have anything to do
Yeah.
about it.
Oh, no. No,
Oh,
no,
we
no.
heard a challenge, and we will rise to it.
Yeah. Yes. So you have found all of your various implements. You have DVDs. You have clay. What are you gonna do with the clay?
Okay, so we're gonna like put the clay on our faces so that we look like claymation too.
Oh, it's not what I thought you were going to go with this. This is very interesting.
Oh, what did you think I was gonna do?
I thought you like want to build a snowman or something.
Oh, no,
Because
we
in that
could-
movie, there's like a snowman who was made
Right.
of clay, and he's like, "Oh, the narrator." I don't think he says I'm the narrator because he's just doing the narrator's job. But he comes out with like a
Right.
mustache and
right? Okay, we could do that too. We could also like make little clay versions of ourselves. Yeah. Let's make some little clay people. And so I'll just like, just sort of like mold some really rough, like stick figure clay people. Like
Oh, that
3 of
seems-
them. Like,
that seems like
Okay.
you're planning on putting curses on us.
but I mean, that's like how, like, wait, is that not how magic works?
Maybe that's what we need to do. Maybe if we start to make a little movie with ourselves, like the movies,
And I hold up one of them and I'm like,
then
and
that
like miming it talking as Melody is talking.
stop.
No, you're talking.
Oh well,
This
yeah,
is you
it's
talking.
me talking.
Right.
Okay.
I thought there were 2 of
Do I
you.
really look like that?
I thought they were two of him.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Wait, is that what I sound like?
Wait, is that what it sounds like?
Okay. Melody's gonna bring out her phone and start trying to film like this little movie.
Huh.
Oh no, see, Mel,
My name
you
is
got to do
Melody and I'm
is you got
really
to do it
smart.
one frame at a time. So like you take a picture basically, and then another picture after they move it, and then you put the 2 together, and it's like it takes like forever, but like they look like they're waving, like they're moving around.
Well, that seems like we. How much time do we have till
And
midnight?
Daphne, we just have to start it.
Okay.
I mean, because it's like, it's our amplifier, right?
Also,
Yeah.
I just want to point out that we have until New Year's Eve, right? And it's midnight Christmas Eve, but it's only the night before Yule now. We have like a lot of time to kill here.
Aren't we supposed to like get it like on Yule?
Yeah, I think
Par-
we're.
yeah.
Oh, that was part of it. Okay.
Parker did say it's you have to get it on Yule.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I missed that.
But it is like he's counting it from, I guess, when Yule starts at like the international date
Yeah.
line. So you
Right.
do have like 24
Yeah.
Okay.
hours. So
Yeah.
Okay.
Because like my uncle told me that like Christmas is actually just like what all the white people took and like took over the pagans and stuff, and like Yule is the actual holiday, and then like the Catholic Church like took the
Yeah,
holiday.
I do
and,
want you to
like-
know that a lot of the pagans are also white people.
Oh really?
Like a lot.
Whoa.
Like most of them.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool. We should have more than that. That sounds more fun.
Oh, I
Sorry,
think so
no
too. I
offense.
think it's like.
I
Yeah,
didn't-
I don't think you need to make like a whole film. I think just like doing a couple seconds
A
of
little
it,
bit?
and then
Okay.
like you do your thing, and then Tana's just gonna put clay on the face for some reason. I don't know why she's into that. I thought maybe like we could just do like paper, like drawings, and that way we don't have to shove clay all over our faces.
Oh, clay's way more fun though.
Yeah. Okay, you do
Yeah.
your thing. You do
Yeah.
you. I used to do it
It's
as
like,
a mask,
do
and
some
it's good for the
smear, yeah.
pores, but
Right? Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. See, that's even better. And then we'll have radiant skin and stuff. So yeah, okay.
Oh, but
Hello,
that's good.
I'm Tiffany, and I need to go to the North Pole.
So she's like filming.
My name is Melody. Sorry, wait. You don't talk like that. My name is Melody, and I need to go to the North Pole
Melody.
too. Hi, I'm Tanager, and I'm gonna save the day because I'm a superhero. And
I think it has to. It's fine.
okay, and we do.
Just let it do it. It's gonna be fast if she just
magic.
does it.
Okay.
Magic.
So you want to cast a spell. Who's casting the spell? How is it being cast?
What is this kind of magic?
And what is yeah?
Wait, actually, I
Play
think
magic, right?
I think that what's actually happening is, I think that Melody is casting the spell to move us to the animated world, but you're
Yeah.
willing to help her, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
that
so I'm
sounds
like,
good.
yeah, I'm trying to like create the amplification through my like ridiculous, my ridiculous approximation of claymation and imitating my.
sense.
It's more just like a kid playing a Play-Doh than
Yeah.
anything
Yeah.
else. Yeah.
So can I spin an adversity token to assist?
Yeah,
or
sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. So I'll do that.
So
And
what's the tell me what the spell is hoping to accomplish basically.
I feel like it's gonna be again like kind of like the browser window thing,
Mm-hmm.
but this is helping us like hone in on a specific like browser tab,
Okay.
as it were.
So you are breaking the rules of reality.
Yes.
And this is
Yeah.
bigger. This is bigger than a person. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
12.
We all have
It
our brains,
is. How long do you want the door to remain open?
Just long enough for us to get through.
Okay,
Like
so yeah,
instantaneous.
13.
Yeah.
And you've cast a spell like this before. This is
Twice.
you're honing it.
Yeah,
So
2 or 3 times. I don't remember.
Mhm.
I'm gonna say just a
handful,
plus 1.
yeah.
So you have to beat a 14, and you already have an assist from Tanager.
Okay.
So
And which stat should I roll? Is it flight? Because we're going
sure,
somewhere.
whatever
Yeah,
you
I
would
think you
normally
used light
roll.
previously on this.
Well,
Okay.
yeah,
Well,
it does
'cause
say.
we're running away.
That's true.
At
Yeah,
that one,
that's
so
fair.
I don't know if we're
So
going a
travel.
place.
It does say
I'm-
your brain stat is generally used to cast magic when you want to reveal something hidden, understand something mysterious, or see into a different place in space or time.
Mhm.
So that might be
Who's safe for flight?
hidden passages, astral projection, and decoding magical messages.
Who says that? The book or Emily
It's
St.
Emily
James?
St. James.
The person letting Kimmy roll the higher
Yeah.
dice is
Yeah.
correct.
Yes.
I'm letting Kimmy roll a higher die because
Okay.
I think it would
That'd
be
be fun.
fun if y'all
Yeah.
were
Oh,
play.
okay. Oh, I thought your brains was biased.
No.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Roll flight. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's flight. Totally, it's flight.
Totally
Obviously.
flight.
Duh.
All right. Oh, and I get to roll my magic die.
It
Forgot
does.
that.
It
Yeah.
does involve travel, so that's why I sort
Yeah.
of.
Yeah.
And I am using my tech, so I get to add a +3.
Oh, great.
Oh, that's right. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10,
Oh.
and 11 with your
11 with
thing.
mine.
What was the minimum?
14.
I have 2, so I can only get us to 13.
Oh, I can spend one.
Okay.
So I'll spend an
Is that right?
adversity token.
Okay, so you got literally just got there. So tell me like how close it came to failing and why.
So I feel like we're flipping through the realities and like we just got like hung up on the wrong one. Like it like there's we didn't plan on there being multiple animated realities. And there's like the claymation one, there's the regular hand drawn one, there's like
The olive one is paper.
yeah, like there's all these weird ones, and so we kind of like started jumping towards the wrong one, and we're like, oh wait, no, we want claymation. We don't want the the 90s computer generated like Jurassic Park
no.
like animation. So we had to do like the equivalent of like a hard like movie like sharp turn. It's like almost cartoon rabbit like smoke coming off our feet type thing,
Love it.
and like go back. I feel like it did look like that since we're in the animation realities.
Yeah.
It was like literally like us all stopping, like smoke on our feet, us running into each other because we're like animated, and then
yeah.
heading back. And now we're kind of like in our claymation forms, which all look a little bit nicer than Tanagers
Oh,
are.
a lot nicer.
And so we're.
I'm kind of imagining us in that Rankin Bass style,
Rankin
where
Bass,
it's like very it's like rounded and like the lips are kind of like not quite
Absolutely.
attached.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are yes,
love
you are
Rankin
now
Bass.
all claymation, Rankin Bass style, and they had a word for I think animatic something.
Yeah.
But yes, you are all just little.
Armatures?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you all are that. So if you can think of a way to solve a problem using the physics of stop motion animation, I will give you a +1
Okay.
at all times because I think that's fun.
Yeah.
And because I am Emily St. James, the GM, and not the stupid book. Yeah, so you are here, and you have materialized in the ISOD of this universe, which is populated entirely by like cute little like wood sprites, and they're just like kind of or actually like those soot sprites from Spirited Away. They're all just kind of
Aw.
bopping around. But you do see ahead of you one figure, a human figure. It's a vaguely familiar looking, appears to be teenage boy. And he is crying.
Hi, little boy in claymation. Why are you crying, little boy in claymation?
Oh boy, I'm 16.
Aww.
Also, I don't think you need to tell them they're in claymation. I think they just know it.
I
okay.
didn't realize I was going to be in claymation when I came here, so thank you for confirming that I'm not just losing it.
No, you're not losing it, but you're crying. Why are you
look
crying?
familiar.
Really?
You look kind of familiar too. What's your name?
What's your name?
Melody.
Ah,
Oh, okay. It can be something else.
Oh wait, and I look at them and I go, that might be Leopold.
Are you Leopold?
Harrington Cates, yes.
All right, well, good to see you.
I was hoping to find Santa Claus because I want a skateboard.
Well, you should get a skateboard. But in order to get a skateboard, you have to be on the nice list.
I want to be clear that Leopold's family is extremely rich, and he could pretty easily afford a skateboard. But that's the story he's sticking with. Why are you here?
I like to imagine if Leopold asked his magical family for a skateboard, they go, no child of ours is going to have a mundane toy like a skateboard.
Yeah.
Oh,
Actually, I'm going to give Leopold Harrington Cates a North Atlantic accent.
that fits.
Because that seems, yes, I'm from up Hampshire way, which
Yes.
is what we call New Hampshire.
Yes. He's of the Hampshire Harrington cases.
Yes, so I'm here to see Santa Claus. Are you all here to see Santa Claus as well? I don't know why else you would come here.
We're going to see Santa Claus.
I guess you might be going to that dreadful Halloween town, but never mind that.
I mean, we might swing by there afterwards. They seem like they're pretty cool people.
It could be a party.
Yes, well, listen, perhaps we can accompany each other on this journey. I have some plans to get there. They involve tunneling through the earth and taking an elf and making the elf show us the way.
Would you like me just to buy you a skateboard with my Bitcoin?
You're what now?
I can get you never mind. It's fine. It's
I
probably-
have it all worked out. He pulls out like schematics. And he's like, this is how we're going to steal the skateboard from the North Pole. One of you is going to need to come down from the ceiling. This actually
You know,
works
we're going
really
to find
well.
our own way there, but thank you so much for the offer.
No, please don't leave me alone.
Yeah, have a good time.
Please, no, please,
Oh,
please.
well, let's
please
just put it this
don't.
way. Let's just put it this way. Your plans seem really able. Like, it's about stealing and harming an elf and forcing them to do what you want them to do, and, like, that doesn't seem, like, very nice for Yule or Christmas or anything else.
Yeah, that's bad luck, dude.
Do you just want to go home?
I can't go home. Okay, that's why I'm here.
Why can't you
I'm
go
not here
home?
to steal a skateboard. I'm here. I can't believe he's dropped his accent. To be clear, this is not an Emily failure. I want you to be clear. I can do a North Atlantic accent with the best of them.
We believe
But
you.
Yeah,
Leopold
back off.
has to-
Emily can do what she wants to do.
Yeah. He's just, my parents are getting a divorce, and I wanted to ask Santa Claus to stop that from happening. That's why I'm here. If you tell anyone, you're dead.
Well, first of all, we wouldn't, because we're not those kinds of people. Second of all, I think that like asking for things you want, you should probably not be like evil in doing it. 'Cause I
Right.
think that's like his whole deal.
I'm not evil. We're just on opposite sides of several conflicts. That doesn't mean I'm evil. It's not. So
You
for
just
instance,
said you want to kidnap an elf and force it to take you where you wanted it to
how
go.
else are you going to get
To
to the
steal
North
something.
Pole?
I don't know.
We're gonna
Fly there
steal
on our
something too.
brooms.
We have brooms.
Did you not think about that like at all for a moment?
Oh, well, why don't you try to make it work here?
Obviously. And I hop on my broom and try to fly.
Falls to the ground.
Oh no.
That's a significant problem.
I also tried the soda machines. They don't work either.
You
Is
know
there a
about the
train?
soda
You should try the
machine?
train.
Doesn't everyone know about the soda machines?
Does everybody know about the soda machine?
I
Why does
know
it-
about the soda machines.
Oh.
I accidentally
I didn't
discovered
see
it one
anything.
day. I accidentally discovered it one day when I was trying to buy a Pepsi and ended up in Bangladesh.
Oh.
And by that, you mean you saw Melody do it and you copied her.
Yes, I saw. That one guy who used to hang out with you, I don't remember his name.
Dante,
Yes, I saw him do it.
he's our best friend.
Is he real?
That's a really good question, and I don't know the answer to that right now.
Anyway, let's go meet Santa Claus. I have to see if I can save my parents' marriage. I assume that's why you're here as well, to save my parents' marriage?
Let's
Yeah.
go with
If
that.
that gets us to the North Pole, then sure.
So you want him to use his powerful time magic to freeze them in time before their divorce?
Time magic isn't real.
Oh.
I don't think Santa Claus has time magic. I think that he's just very good of heart and very cheerful, has a wonderful spirit.
And
He's
probably
really-
Again,
doesn't like
so I don't
people
think
stealing from him.
torturing his people to
Right?
make it happen is not the best bet. I'm just going to put that like flaw in your plan.
How else am I going to show him I mean business?
Like a number of different ways. Like so many that it's like hard to even begin to account. Like ask him, first of all, be nice, be good to people.
All right. Well, we need a plan to get to his workshop up at the North Pole. So, any ideas?
We're
Is there a
gonna need-
train here that goes there? Like you ring a bell and it takes you.
Melody, Google works here. You can find out if there's a train.
Is there a train?
Yes, there is. And this reality also has Amtrak, and it's like it's like, you know, those like memes that go around of like, this is what high-speed rail in the United States could be. It's like that. It doesn't go to the North Pole, but it's a very
It's
lovely train.
fine. And it's all claymation.
Yeah.
Maybe we could like get a town to not believe in Santa, and then another mouse in that town will build a clock that sings a song. No, there's not enough time for that. So
No.
Well, Okay, Miss Appleton said that it was a magical sleigh that he wrote, right?
Right.
Right.
So what if we get a sleigh and make it magic to take us there, like his?
Right. We just need some flying reindeer and a sleigh.
Well, I
Maybe
don't know.
we could use unicorns.
Unicorns in a sleigh to the forest.
Dun, dun,
And
dun,
I-
dun, dun. And actually, that
No, no,
works.
no,
You
no,
do a jump cut.
Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah, they didn't pay for the backgrounds for
Yeah.
the travel from
Yeah.
the school to the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Claymation is very time consuming.
Yeah.
Sounds really trippy.
Somebody at a studio was like, "We only have so much time. We have to skip past
Yeah.
this part. Sorry, we're recycling backgrounds."
Hold on, I'm gonna try something. To the North Pole.
Doesn't work.
Okay, well I thought that was gonna work. Okay. Unicorns? Unicorns.
Hey, it's us, the unicorns.
Hey,
Oh, is Unicorn Mike around?
Unicorn Mike? Hold on. Unicorn Mike? Unicorn Mike? Unicorn Mike? Unicorn Mike? Hey, everybody, how you doing? Unicorn Mike.
Hi, Unicorn Mike.
Have we met before?
No.
Well, sort of.
We've met.
Oh, in like
Maybe.
another reality or
What?
something. Okay,
Yeah,
great.
I
That
heard a
happens all
lot
the time.
about you.
We
Yeah.
watched Titanic.
Oh, would you cry? I cried at that.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you cry when the Giants won the Super Bowl 87? Because I sure did.
I was not born yet.
neither.
Well, listen. Okay. So what brings you here? A festive Yule.
2087
Happy
hasn't even
solstice.
happened yet.
Thank you. Well, it's happy Yule to you as well. So we're trying to get to the North Pole,
Okay.
and we know that like Santa Claus uses a sleigh with reindeer.
Yeah.
So we thought maybe we could hire some unicorns to be like our version of reindeer and fly us to the North Pole. We pay you. We wouldn't do that. We're not asking you to work for free. Everybody's got to pay the rent, you know?
Okay. Yeah. Well. Okay. So okay. Great.
I have
great.
candy corn.
Okay. Well, you get a sleigh. You bring it over here. I get some of my best guys on this. We're gonna make sure it happens. Okay. We're gonna
Great.
make sure it happens. You gotta do all the magic, and yeah, you gotta pay us in like, so much unicorn feed. But it's fine. You get the sleigh. You bring it here. I hook my guys up. I hook you up. We go to the North Pole. Why are we going to the North Pole?
We gotta find Santa.
Who's
Jeff
Santa?
Stapleton.
Oh, Jeff. Okay. Great. Cool.
It's like a
That's Jeff.
nickname.
Nice guy. Nice guy.
Oh, you
Kind
know
of
him.
mean, but nice guy.
Yeah.
Sometimes just like really cruel, but nice guy.
Do you eat like Christmas colored M&Ms? And I pull just a giant bag of the Christmas M&Ms out of my backpack.
I tell you what, I love all kinds of candy. That looks great. I've never had that. I'm going to try that though. If I like that, maybe we work with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I
Yeah.
also got some rocks. that-
I don't eat rocks.
oh no, I don't either. But like you could have some.
Oh, some like nice rocks.
Yeah, they're like nice
You
rocks.
think I like nice rocks?
Yeah, well, like they.
That's what you think of me? You think I am?
She gave me some very nice rocks, and they actually were very nice.
I like nice
Oh,
rocks.
listen, this is the kind of rock I can give to my lady friend for the holidays.
Well, she likes rocks.
I think nice and shiny.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Glittery.
Listen, okay, great. I'm gonna hook
Okay.
you up with my guys. We're gonna go to the North Pole. It's gonna be good.
Here's a question for you: where can we get a sleigh?
That I can't answer for you.
Oh.
But I think if you said to the sleigh, it might work. It does sometimes.
To
To the
sleigh.
sleigh.
And you find yourself in like a room full of school buses.
Yes.
Okay.
Can we make any of these school buses per se magic?
Mm,
I walked into that.
I don't know, but I know how to drive. Okay. All right. 10 and 2, and foot on the brake, and turn the key.
Engine doesn't come to life, but if you roll me brains and beat, how well do you know Christmas movies?
Like pretty well. Like
Okay.
yeah, like
roll
we're
me
big
brains,
Christmas
roll me brains,
watchers.
and beat an
Christmas
8.
Brains and beat an 8. Okay. No, 4.
I'm out of my.
These dice are not being very nice to
So
me.
make sure you give yourself that adversity.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Does anyone else who might have knowledge of like Christmassy type stuff want to roll on brains?
I'm gonna say that real life Rally doesn't know the reference that's happening here, so I don't.
That's
know.
okay. That's okay. It's because I am about to present the reference to
Okay.
you. So
I'll try it.
Yeah.
Because I know that I did say that Daphne has like a fairly
yeah.
Oh yeah.
filmy, but Brains is not my. I mean, it's like my most mediocre, exactly 10.
Yeah.
And I got a 2, so I
Okay.
do not.
Well, so yeah, you don't know how to make the bus go.
Okay.
Well, you make them go round and round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Round.
I wish I could make a Magic School Bus reference right now.
I
but
just
don't.
did like a minute ago.
Yeah.
Oh no, Adam does not understand. It does not recognize Magic School.
When we
Bus
said there's a school
references.
bus, I said, "Can we make it magic somehow?"
Oh.
like I did. I basically just said the name of the show. And then what's
Okay, well, if you
So,
want to
I
be
know, I
that
know.
clear about it,
I know. I mean, I never even watched the show. I've only read the books. I don't know why it's a show.
As we all know, the Polar Express was only a movie. It was never a
right? Yeah.
movie. Yeah. So
Did you ever watch the Island of Blue Dolphins movie?
Oh my God.
Never watched that movie, The Bible.
Oh, The Two Towers. That was a great movie.
I saw this great movie called Hamlet. It's about this guy who does some stuff.
There's a movie called Wonder Woman, and it's
Uh-huh.
about a woman who's wonderful.
Yeah, it's so cool.
They invented it for the movie.
Um,
Help. All right.
Can you Google how to drive a bus?
Sure. I mean, also, like, could we just enchant it, maybe, and maybe it'll go, or... Oh, well, we needed a sleigh, right?
Right.
Well, we could probably use the bus as the sleigh, though.
Right, but maybe we can, like, change it into an actual sleigh. And I think it would be easier for the unicorns to pull if it wasn't quite this epically large. And
Oh,
also with
yeah.
the
whatever this thing is, it says the brake is on. I don't know.
Oh, okay, that's important. Okay. Yeah, the brake has to be on when you start it.
I don't know anything about that.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe we should take it off. Take off the brake, and then I'll try to start it.
Do we have? Does anybody have the type of magic that can change one thing into another thing?
Well, I mean, I do, but this is a pretty big version of that, so I could try it. But
I think that it can only end well.
yeah, I'll give it a shot.
You should totally do it.
Okay, so you're going to try and turn a school bus into a sleigh. Well, because you are in...
I mean, you don't have to. Like, I was just.
Oh no.
Well, I was gonna try. I was gonna try to
absolutely
make it
has
just
to.
lighter so it would float, but then you were like, it'll be easier for the unicorns. So now I think Daphne is going to try to make it into a sleigh because she wants to make Melody happy. So
Aww.
I'm not going to say it, but there is potentially a thing that could be done within like the laws of this universe that could make this happen more easily.
oh, because it's made of clay. What if I'm just trying to reshape the clay?
Ah.
Hmm.
I'm gonna make it magically that like the animator
Nice.
reshapes the clay.
Okay, all right, okay. So that could happen, but not naturally. The hand sticking out of the sky.
Now I'm really curious what your reference is gonna be. 'Cause I like that idea. But
Right?
it could be just that we just like reshape the clay ourselves. That would probably take a while, but I like the idea of it.
Yeah.
So this is definitely bigger than person. So that's 8. This is gonna happen in a few minutes. 9, and you've seen some. How often do you change inanimate objects into other objects?
I think like nothing to this scale.
Okay.
But I think that I probably do it to my clothes quite a bit.
Mhm.
I like to imagine in my head. I imagine that Daphne's closet is essentially like in Clueless when Cher has that computer that like just like
Right.
shows her outfits. I think Daphne would just like look in the mirror and have that effect, but then the clothes are actually on her.
Uh-huh.
It just feels like something she would have.
So
Absolutely.
I'm gonna
How about
say you
that?
have to beat a 9, and you already get a +1 because you're using the property of clay.
Okay.
So
And I have a +2 on charm.
gonna be great.
So... Oh, that was cocked. Make it again.
and don't forget to roll your magic die.
Oh, good call. Yeah. Well, I wish I hadn't re-rolled my cock die, but I'm gonna do it anyway. So okay. Because I rolled a 1, so that's not gonna be very useful. I rolled a 1 again on my.
Oh, no.
So even with my bonuses, that's only a 5. So even with my adversity, I can't get there.
So hand comes down out of the sky, picks up just a bus, not the bus you're by, smashes it together, and then like throws it over its shoulder out of reality.
Right. So I didn't quite nail that.
Oh, that didn't go so well.
I think that the hand was a really good idea, though. That was a good try.
Right.
Thank you.
What if we just like build a sleigh out of the snow? Because it's all the same stuff, right? So we build a snow sleigh, and then it will be like a real sleigh.
All right. Yeah, I like that idea.
That's very clever.
Let's build a snow sleigh. We can make it out of clay. Nah.
The different
Tell
holiday
me.
that was co-opted.
So are you going to try and do this magically to do it quickly, or are you going to do it naturally, and it will take a lot longer?
Well, I want to try and do this magically so it's not as slow.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So I want
Go
magic
ahead and
help.
take that adversity token.
Or wanna- yeah.
I'm gonna say that this bends the rules of reality. It doesn't quite break them.
Mhm.
It is again bigger than a person, so that's 10. How quickly do you want it to go?
Well, like not instantaneous, but like it, but I don't want it to take like as long as it would actually take to sculpt it.
Okay.
How
many times have you done something like this before?
I would say probably never.
Okay. All right. So you have to beat an 18, but you get +1
Okay.
because you're using clay.
Okay. All right. And what kind of magic is this?
You tell me. You convince me. Don't.
Okay. And it does. So if I'm in summoning class, is that something that
Sure.
could
That sounds like it would
Does
help.
that give me a +1?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. So where's the type of magic thing? That's where I would. Oh my god, this book.
I got it all.
Oh,
pulled
do you?
up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Because yeah, so
I'm not so hung up on like what the book says each. Like if
Oh,
you
gotcha,
can
okay.
if you can convince me
Yeah.
that you would use this form of magic, I will be. And you're
Yeah.
it's very not very hard to convince me.
Yeah. I mean, I'd love to be able to argue for grit, but I don't think that really actually makes sense. But I think maybe flight, because it's
Okay.
it's
That-
about movement.
That
and
makes sense to
travel
me.
and-
Yeah.
Okay.
So
And that's a reasonable one for me. That's D10 plus my D4 magic die.
you need one of those to explode.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like.
Oh yeah,
okay,
because you said I need an 18 to actually.
But
do this,
you
right?
already get you automatically get the +1, so you need a
Yeah.
7.
I mean, I feel like grit is for like creative problem solving in a pinch, right?
Sure.
Stubborn determination. Yeah.
Well, we screwed up our school bus.
Yeah.
We've got clay.
We're running out of ideas
Let's-
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grit is also like if you want to keep someone safe. So like maybe you want to make
Yeah.
sure like you're making a sturdy sleigh out
Yeah.
of it and not like
Yeah.
something rickety and dangerous. So.
I would love to roll grit if that's okay.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Y'all act like I'm such a taskmaster.
Yeah.
I want to see this cool clay.
The
shit.
audience
like
Okay,
as far as Emily is concerned, we don't need to even have like a
I know,
system.
right? Yeah.
Like we can just like improvise everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The people
Just-
watching at home are gonna be like, excuse me.
Yeah.
and then
Just-
and like I will say to those people, like in their defense, I am someone who like I want to play
100%.
role playing.
Yeah, we
I
wanna
wanna
play- right,
play games.
yeah.
This
Yeah.
is fine. Like I'm okay losing things and
Yeah.
not having to work.
No, yeah.
Uh,
Again, we had a great session that it went
That was
twice as
amazing.
long because all of
Yeah.
our failed rolls.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Role playing pro tip. Don't use a chonky metal D20 and a super sharp metal D4 in the same hand to roll
Oh.
because
Ow.
they actually like make things really painful. Okay.
Ooh,
Oh, that is a 19
Nice, the hard count.
and a 3 on the D4. So that's 22
And
plus
what?
my 1 is 23.
Yeah, what's your summoning?
What's my summoning?
Do you get a what do you get? For
Oh no, I
summoning?
don't get a plus for summoning. I'm just in summoning
Okay.
class, so yeah, because with the classes you're in, you get a +1 for those types of spells, right?
I
No,
believe
only
right?
only if they're
Oh.
at the second start.
Oh, okay.
Oh, only if they're at.
That
Oh, okay.
implies you've been trained in that subject.
Oh, I see. Okay. All
So
right.
it's just 23 then.
So just
No, that's
23,
fine.
yeah.
You
Yeah,
beat it.
only a 23.
Only.
So tell me like how give me just the bells and whistles on this sleigh you made out of clay snow.
Yeah. Okay. So I think I think it's kind of a it's because I do my magic a little weird than the traditional, just like do a wand and a word and and the thing just forms like the typical tradition, and I think mine is more of like a hands-on. So like I'm like I have one hand like scooping up snow clay, and then the other hand is just sort of like just sort of like twisting and twirling it around and sculpting it as I just grab a clump with one hand, and then the wand sort of adds it on and sculpts it into the sleigh part.
Okay. As you do this, because you did so well, you realize what powers vehicles in this world is. In essence, you've already stumbled upon it by saying
Uh-huh.
to the blah blah blah.
Yeah.
You accidentally triggered a
Yeah.
rule of this world, which is intention, basically. Narration, music.
yeah,
Like if you are behind the wheel of the bus and you're like, well, this is my bus that I drive every day
Yeah.
to the North Pole, and I'm going to tell you a story about the time that I met Santa Claus. That's what powers the bus forward. Like you
Nice.
can't use it to
Okay.
jump, but that's how
Yeah.
the vehicles go. So like, but you also can like sing if you want.
Yeah.
It's you are in an animated special,
Right?
So yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna sing.
You mold and I'll cast. You drive and I'll ride.
Moving right along. I wish I could finish that song. Okay,
Found a
keeping
life
copyright.
in the skyway.
Right. Yeah.
Now it's a parody.
Right. Yes. It's a parody.
Fair use, everyone.
A tanager in her natural habitat. A claymation sleigh. To the forest with our sleigh.
And it goes. So yeah, you're able to go. You have to sort of narrate the journey a bit. But
Oh, yeah.
You get to the forest. And,
Heroes had a hard time through the woods, but they eventually found their way. Everyone was happy.
Yeah.
Clomp, clomp, clomp.
like,
And they had
bounces along.
cookies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, and the things that you narrate within reason do like come true. So like, yes, a plate of cookies appears, and you're
Yeah.
like,
And giant snowflakes start
Yeah.
coming down.
yeah.
We see, I think Daphne's in the back seat, and she narrates a mistletoe appearing, and she looks at Melody, but then like you don't see it, and then she like doubts herself, puts it away.
So you get to the forest clearing. The sleigh has kind of bounced along because it doesn't have a way to easily fly without
Right.
something pulling it. And there's Unicorn Mike, and he's got like 6 unicorns and like the equivalent of Teamster.
I love it. I love it so much.
And they're all like wearing like aviator sunglasses. And Unicorn Mike's like, "Hey, so these are my guys. This is we are your flight crew for the day. But listen, if we get time and a half for overtime. You understand that, right?
Oh yeah.
There's a
yeah.
union gig.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What? Of course.
Great, perfect, wonderful.
I saw your
Totally.
label. It's one reason why I asked you for help
Yeah.
to begin with.
Right.
Yeah, no, yeah. The eternal struggle between labor and management. Now listen, we're going to meet Santa Claus.
Right. Yeah.
Jeff?
Santa Claus.
Jeff Singleton.
Nice guy. He's
Yeah.
management though. We don't like him. He takes advantage of workers.
Okay.
So we're
okay.
gonna go up there. We're gonna maybe do a little demonstration. That okay with you?
Sure.
Great.
Sure. Yeah.
Perfect. We're
I
gonna
mean,
yeah.
We have to like get something from him, so maybe demonstrate after he gives it to
We're
us.
gonna put up one of those inflatable rats. It's gonna have a Santa hat on. It's gonna be like, "That's you." That's it's good. I keep forgetting he doesn't know Santa. It's gonna have a Jeff hat on. It's gonna be like, "That's you. That's you, Jeff. You got that red hat on. That's you. You're a rat."
Yeah.
Wait, I thought earlier you said he was a nice guy, but just kind of mean.
He's a nice guy. He's very mean.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's how it works. Okay.
Well, maybe he'll get along great with Leopold. It turns out.
Right. Maybe so. Where's Leopold?
I'm right here. I've been here all along. My God, I've been watching you try to figure this out. I could have told you from the first moment, but I wanted to see how long it would take you to figure out that you had to do.
Well, then why didn't you?
narration.
Why didn't you tell us instead of thinking of a kidnap and elf strategy?
Because I do things my own way. I cut my own path.
So okay, well then, cut your own path in North Pole, and we'll take this route, and we can meet you there.
No, please take me.
Okay.
Please take me.
Hey, maybe you could just be like a little bit nicer.
Just a
It's not-
little bit.
I don't have very good parents. I just want to be clear about that. Now they're
Well,
splitting up.
Obviously, because they kind of raised you like trash.
So now it's your turn. You have to make a specific choice in your life and break the bad cycle.
That is so wise.
Okay. I'll try to keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Now, the unicorns are going to take us there.
Yeah, but you have to put on the Santa hat first.
And you have to pitch in for the payment.
Do you have any rocks
They get time and a half.
or candy corn?
I have a number of various treats. I have several bottles of bubble chums. Do you think they would like bubble chums?
Who
I
doesn't
mean,
like bubble chums?
You can ask them. They have agency and can speak for themselves.
Yeah.
Hey, why are you wearing that hat? Take that hat off.
Leopold got in trouble.
You
can't
put
believe
this
it.
hat. You put that hat on my head.
It's so not cool, man. It's so not cool.
Not cool. Not cool.
Mate, come on.
You
you
side
gotta roll
with
us.
management? Okay. No, listen. I love bubble chums. It's my drink of choice. I think the boys love bubble chums too.
Great.
But listen, you got any hard liquor?
Not on me.
Okay, that's fine. We'll figure it out. We'll figure
Wait,
it out
I'll
when we
hop
get
this,
back.
and I pull. I go. Yeah, I do have some. I think I do, and I pull out, and it's just a jug that has 3 X's on the front of it.
That's great. That's
Yeah.
the good stuff. Okay, great. We're good. We're good. We're going to the North
I
Pole.
think it had this
After
notebook
you
set.
finish flying, though.
Yeah.
Don't fly buzzed.
Oh, I'd never do that.
Okay,
That's
all right.
against union bylaws. Then
Yeah.
you could conceivably stiff me on the pay because
Right, yeah.
that's in our contract.
I don't
we gotta
wanna
do
do
it sober.
that.
Yeah, thank you. So we're
Right.
gonna be sober. You're gonna pay us. It's gonna be good. We're gonna go and kill that Jeff.
Wait, no,
Demonstrate. Sorry, I
Demonstrate.
forgot. He's a nice guy. He just he's the other side of these things.
Well,
Right.
but here's the thing: if you kill him, the boy's gonna replace him with another bloke who's even less reasonable to work with than he is,
That's true.
like the Easter Bunny or someone
That's
like that.
true. Like that other Jeff.
Mhm.
That Jeff. the one that does the thing with the Amazons. They might just bring.
Yeah,
that.
imagine working in his workshop.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't want to do that. All right.
Right.
Okay. Well, you
When
know
he gets
what?
back from
Pee is
Mars,
not
you're
going
gonna
to
deal
fit in
with
a
him.
water bottle.
Yeah.
Okay, so listen, I don't entirely know what this means,
Right.
but we gotta get there. It's gonna be tricky, so it's gonna be like a flight thing. So could
Yeah.
somebody like roll me their flight stat just to see how it works out? You know,
I have no idea what that means,
it's
but
gonna
let's
be
do
whoever's
it.
piloting this sleigh. I don't know what we're talking about right now,
That'll
but
be me.
That's the broom brains here. So to the airways.
yeah. If y'all are narrating, she's gonna get a point for each of that. I just like talking in this voice. So you just gotta beat a 10,
Okay.
and so whoever's narrating
I got it.
Leopold, that's a
Yeah.
point for Leopold. There's a point for me, Unicorn Mike.
I got on the narration, so the night skies were dark, but Melody had her phone, which was a bright light, and it shone the way, and it helped the unicorns find their way. And then it's just Daphne holding Melody's phone with the light turned on. It was a bright light that cut its way through the foggy Christmas night sky.
So roll me your flight and beat a 10.
No flashlight.
I didn't know what light was going to be when I started that sentence, and I was really happy, but I landed on what it was.
Great. So I have a 20, so if I take an automatic 10 with
Yes.
the pluses, I'm going to just do that because
Okay.
I want to make sure.
That's perfect. That's
Okay.
perfect. Yeah. So you were in the sleigh. Tell me, each of you tell me one thing you see from above in this claymation world as you are flying to the North Pole.
I think we see all the we wave at the Sasquatches who are all putting up a Yule tree.
Yeah. In this world, you can
So-
easily can easily hear that they're speaking French.
Yeah. Oh yes.
There
Yeah.
goes Flaw. Second Flaw.
We pass over, like the other holiday towns. We pass over a town that's the Labor Day town, and there's just a bunch of workers that are.
Hey,
Yeah.
those are my boys down there.
This is Labor Day. This is Labor Day. Workers have the power here.
We get fair pay. We get fair pay.
Yes.
Health benefits and days off.
Yeah.
40-hour work weeks. 40-hour work weeks. Children can't come work here. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I just want to be
this
clear.
carol
I
so
just
much.
want to be clear to the Walt Disney Corporation that was parody and therefore fair use. So don't you come in here.
That's right.
Okay.
I'm just gonna talk in this voice all the time from now on.
Fantastic. So good.
What does Melody see from above?
I think Melody's focused on driving the sleigh, but I think in this weird way, because she's so used to looking at things through her phone, she can actually see hands. They're not obvious all the time, but moving things and moving people and moving the clouds as
yeah,
they're going
yeah.
through. It's the hands are kind of moving the clouds, so it's just kind of this weird kind of ghostly thing. You're like, oh,
There's strings and things
yeah.
like that. When we get high up enough, is there a giant camera in the sky that's filming all of it?
That's the moon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
the light.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, there's a area light.
Yeah. Yeah.
By the way, I just noticed. I know we started late, so are we gonna go probably about a half hour late? You think?
We'll just
I
see
don't
where.
like.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
fine.
yeah, we'll-
Let's
we'll-
see how really.
Yeah, we don't
Sure,
feel
yeah.
like we have to wrap by 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. That's what I meant. But
Yeah. I mean, I do. I feel like I have so much to do.
Fair enough. Fair enough. You're in charge, so
yeah.
Yes.
I'm
your hands are molding this world.
I'm
That's right.
thinking about where we're gonna end, basically. So yeah, you're up in the sky, you're flying along. The unicorns are arguing about which New York Giants team was better. Yeah, it's beautiful, and you can see up ahead the glow of the northern lights being cast by a beautiful Christmas village-y style North Pole, and Leopold is hugging around himself and just so emotionally overwhelmed, and also very cold. It's very cold up here.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there it is, North Pole.
I pull a scarf out of my bag and wrap it around his neck. So,
Thank you. That was quite kind. Thank you.
yeah. Well, don't be such a jerk most of the time, and people will be nicer to you.
You all just thought I was actually going to kidnap an elf. How was I going to do that?
Well, I don't know.
I
But
mean, you
you
said he had a whole
would.
plan for it. Like he like laid out a bunch of plans.
I
so-
just said I said I was going to tunnel to the North Pole and get an elf. You don't understand how ridiculous that sounds?
No, we thought it was really ridiculous. Was why we called it out for being ridiculous.
Right.
I mean,
Anyway,
look,
it wasn't a great plan.
Leo, my friend, we're literally sitting on a sleigh that she made out of a pile of clay, and then we talked unicorns into flying us there and paying them for it. So like,
With M&Ms and rocks.
right. So like, when you're talking about kidnapping an elf sounds ridiculous, I think we need some context for like how much other stuff is happening
Now,
right now.
listen, can I just ask you all a question?
Uh-huh.
Is it true that two people can stop being in love?
Well, okay, that's like really deep, and that's like grown-up stuff. And like, yeah, maybe we could know stuff about that, but like, who has any idea what is up with grown-ups and like being married and stuff?
I mean, I know that like people in your family can stop loving you because of things. So, I mean, I guess there's things that can happen when people stop being in love, but
But other people who are in your family can continue to love you no matter what.
well, that's not what the question was it?
Well, no, but I'm just saying, like, it's not about what you had. It's about what you've got now.
What I was gonna say is that people can stop loving you because of who you are, but that doesn't mean they're right? Like, maybe it's fine. Like, if your parents probably both love you and don't love each other, like, wouldn't it make you happier if they weren't miserable and they were like loving you but like free to do what they want to do?
I suppose so.
I just feel like when you love somebody, you want them to be happy, right?
Yes, that's true. Hey, does anybody want to hear what I have to say about this?
Only if you and Leopold talk back and forth to each other directly and we watch it play out.
Yeah.
All right. We're gonna see what happens.
We set it up. We're gonna make it knock it down.
Leopold. Yes.
Leopold, you should do that accent again. It's really cool.
I've been doing the accent.
Oh. Okay.
Excuse me. I've been doing the accent, please. I've been doing it all along. Yeah, so listen, Leopold, sounds like your parents may be having some hard times. Yes, they are. They're having hard times. Well, here's the thing. Love is a constant choice. You gotta make it every day, and sometimes it's really hard to make that choice every day, and it's not your fault that they decided they couldn't make it every day.
That's deep, Union Mike.
That's really thoughtful, I guess. Yeah, you just gotta find the people who are gonna choose to love you every day. And it sounds like your parents love you every day. They make that choice, and that's good. They don't have to choose that for each other, though. That's not something that you can put on them. Are you here to talk to Jeff about this? Yes, I am. Well, there he is. Hey, Jeff, you fuck!
I wish you could give the GM inspiration.
I know. Oh
Like, this guy in a red suit and beard looks up at you and is like, my sleigh?
He's got you there.
Yeah, how do you want to handle Jeff Stapleton?
That's him. That's him. Go down. Go down.
All right, here we go. Okay.
To the ground.
Yeah, we got a lunch break coming up anyway, so this works out well.
Right. Okay. Awesome.
To the landing pad. And then we're just at the landing pad.
And you just like,
Man.
Yeah, it's animated. They just like lower the sleigh down.
Yeah.
They just like cut like the stop motion. You see see the sleigh in the sky, and then you see it on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
They didn't film any of the stuff in between.
Okay. So if he won't give us the time magic when we ask him, then when they start the demonstration and the protest, that's when we take it.
Don't see what we're supposed to get. I thought he had like an artifact we're supposed to get.
Well, we don't know, right? Because nobody knows about Jeff
Yeah,
Stapleton.
we don't know how the magic works, so we
Or
have
why.
to figure out why and how he made Jeff Stapleton, Santa person, makes the time magic work.
I'm glad you
Hey.
pay better attention than I do because I totally missed that.
We can totally do this. Hey, Jeff. Jeff.
Jeff?
Hey.
Mr. Stapleton.
Jeff
Mr.
Stapleton, that's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
Since before you were born,
Well,
he died around the same
Well-
time as your father.
He fought in the Elf Wars.
Oh, God.
Um, this brings such joy to me. You guys do not understand how much I love Christmas lore, and so, Santa Jeff.
Yes, hello. Yes, most people call me Santa Claus now, but I did answer to Jeff Stapleton at one time.
Yeah. So
It's really confusing because when we said Santa Claus to the unicorns, they only knew you by Jeff Stapleton, and now back and forth. So it's
Well,
very-
listen, the unicorns, they get very stuck in certain ways of thinking, but you know how
Sure.
it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Is this the only universe you exist in?
I want to be clear that everyone here, claymation, not Jeff. Jeff, living, breathing human being.
Oh,
He's
I
the
like
same
that.
size as everything
Yeah.
else.
I love
So,
that.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, this is the only universe that's like this, I guess. I'm the only one where I'm real, but I hear that that's leaked out. It's really unfortunate. I wanted to be a game show host, but I overshot.
Sure. Well, we're really clever kids,
Yeah,
and
Mm.
so we've come
you
to
did make it here.
yeah. And from
You're not
what
from this universe, are you? I can tell. It wafts off of you.
I just like peel off my mouth, I'm like.
I see. All right. Well,
So that's beside the point. But we wanted to ask, like, because we're kids, if we like wish for something from you, then you'll give it to us, right?
you think that's how it works? You think you just are you good? Are you a good little child?
I'm like super good.
Okay.
Like I'm really nice.
He is actually very nice.
I gave
Okay.
Leopold a scarf.
He
Okay,
did.
that's
And
nice.
Leopold's kind of a wanker.
That's really nice. Well, Leopold, yes, we all know.
Shh, don't be naughty.
I'm not being. I was saying who Leopold was.
Did you just use the word wanker?
I did.
Okay, that's one mark.
no.
Against you.
Although I imagine it being this universe, it probably got translated into something else. It's being a real like winkler. Like,
Is that a bad word?
I think calling other people names is not very nice.
That is very true.
oh, you got me there.
So yes, well, sometimes I can grant a wish within
Ooh.
reason. We can have a little parlay. We could.
Parlay.
We have a number of festive games in the workshop. We could play a game.
Oh,
We
wonderful.
could go out to the snow and wrestle. There are all sorts of things we could do.
Well,
But
I want
let's
to
see what you'd like.
I want to do the thing where we wish for something and then you give it to us.
Okay, what do you wish for?
Please, 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 please. Can I have your time magic?
Can you have my all of it?
Well, just like the part I need.
Do you know what my time magic even is? You're just saying, give me a thing, but I don't know what it is.
And I peel off my mouth again. Mm-hmm.
Is there someone here who won't peel off their mouth that I can talk to?
Well, we were supposed to we're trying to save a bunch of things, and
Okay.
people keep disappearing.
Okay. Yeah, the timeline's stabilized. We all know that.
Right, and we've been told that we're supposed to fix it, and that
Yeah.
we need to have your help to do that.
Okay.
So we're being very, very good kids by trying to save all of the many universes in existence.
Put my mouth back on. See how good we are?
Yeah. Well, see, okay, listen. I assume you're building some sort of ritual or artifact or something to be able to take on the Hexbreakers, perhaps.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
I mean, I'm no fan of the Hexbreakers. I don't love them by any means, but
Do you know? Can you think of like a specific thing they did that was like really bad?
they have a tendency to erase their exploits from existence. But I think we all know that they are very fond of a certain brand of magic and do everything they can to make sure that's the only brand of magic that exists. Why do you think I'm confined to this universe where all I can do is hang out with weird little puppets and unicorns who hate me?
Well, I would say the unicorns probably wouldn't hate you if you just like listened to some of their requests and
Yes.
supported them, and like they don't hate management. They just really want like equal right. Like they want like to feel like value in their labor.
I want to be clear. The unicorns don't work for me. So I'm not their manager.
Well, no, but like I'm saying, like I think they just think that like all tides raise all ships, and so like if
Right.
labor across the board is treated fairly and equitably, I think they would like you a lot more, and they'd be like, oh man, that Santa Claus, that Jeff Stapleton, he's like a real good bloke.
Yeah.
Listen, we can talk about that all you want. I'm sure there are things we could do to make the workshop conditions better. You know, I always
Let's
try to have a good safety in my shop. It's just the way you want your elves to live.
Right. Yeah. Elves should be treated with respect and dignity.
And I do treat them with respect and dignity.
Okay, good.
Unlike you, Leopold. Yes, I know about your plot.
Leopold.
I told you it's evil. I told you
He
evil.
does know
right.
Totally
everything.
telling
So
it.
wait, but like as you say, we're trying to do some good stuff. Like Mel said, we're trying to like help save the universe.
Right. I appreciate that. That's
So
wonderful.
we don't really know beyond that what we're asking you for. We were just told, oh wait, on your not your nice list, is there a name Wendell Parker? Is he not on your nice?
I'm not at liberty to disclose that information just off the top of my head. But yes, I have every name in all existences on my list.
Can
so-
you just, if he's on the naughty list, can you just like not say anything?
How about this? He's the one who sent us on this mission.
Sure.
So if you think that he's someone we shouldn't do a mission for, then don't help us. But if you do think he's someone that we can rely on to do a mission for, then help us.
That's good, yeah.
Really smart.
Roll me charm. Beat a 12.
Darn it! That's like my third 2 tonight.
Have you been
No.
giving yourself
Yeah.
diversity? Okay.
Yeah. But I only have 3 still because I used the ones earlier.
She's got a lot over
This
there.
is a very I appreciate this argument, but again, you are asking me to hand over my time magic.
Mm-hmm.
Here is the thing. I cannot tell you what causes the time magic because I myself don't entirely understand. That said, I know that if it is taken, it will destroy Christmas for every child in all the universes because I will no longer be able to spread cheer and love and hope
Oh.
and presents and things like that.
Not like that.
Oh, that's really bad.
Well, I was taught that Christmas isn't about getting things, that Yule and the season is more about love and spending time with your family and not material wealth.
Yes, that is true, but children don't see everything that way. You're all adolescents, so you've started to understand the complexities of human existence.
Yeah,
Children,
we're totally grown.
they just want skateboards, things like that. I'm
Yeah.
slipping into Leopold again. Instead of game show host Jeff Stapleton.
I totally get Leopold some side eye. Like, dude, you just got called out by Santa.
Well, I don't want people to have bad Christmases and be upset and sad. That doesn't feel like a very heroic thing to do.
No, that's super bad.
Maybe we can just borrow it?
It is time magic, right? So if we borrow it, can't we bring it back to like right when we took it and then put it right back in the spot and then it never goes away?
Ooh.
Are you trying to use it to combine it with some other elements to create some sort of artifact in a ritual?
Yeah.
Yes.
How did
Maybe-
you know that?
I just assume every time someone wants this that it's part of a ritual. I don't know how this works. I just discovered it one day.
How did you discover it?
Well, I'm glad you asked.
Uh-huh.
I was working in my shop class in Wausau, Wisconsin, and I
Oh god.
had a very precocious student. I don't remember.
Michelle,
Kimmy.
Mickey, it's Michelle, Mickey
Michelle,
combined.
yeah.
Amy
No.
Appleton.
I think the name has been erased from me for some reason.
Oh.
The student stepped forward and said, "Hey, can you reach back in there?" I reached back in there and I pulled out something strange, glowing, almost like a gem, but not quite. It was like it was powerful. And as I held it in my hand, I suddenly understood I was Santa Claus and I could become Santa Claus and I just had to live in this world. And it's fine, I guess, but a little lonely. Gets a little long. Listen, I'm sorry I can't help you all, but you can stay up at the house. Mrs. Claus will make some nice food for you, make you some nice cookies and things like that. Your unicorn friends, I believe that they are up to the point where they'd be working overtime, so we can just have them go and
Just
frolic.
ignore the inflatable rat.
Yeah, what is that?
Don't think about
Okay.
it. What if there was a way you could help us?
Okay, I'm listening.
Can't you build anything in your workshop?
Well, we can build most things, yes.
Can you build a shop class?
Yeah.
There's a little cabinet we can reach into.
Oh.
Yes.
I believe, and I know from the power of Christmas and magic and happiness that if we build that shop class and that cabinet and we reach into it, we're going to find time magic too.
All right. I think, though, you will also perhaps find things you're not prepared to understand. But that's okay.
That seems like everything we do, to be honest with you. It seems like everywhere we go that
Yeah.
happens. So
Yeah.
it's kind of just pop the coals now.
Like I thought puberty was confusing, but like magic school is real weird.
Try going through it twice, mate.
Twice.
Okay, great. Well, wonderful. Wonderful, 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 wonderful. Let's try it.
To the shop.
You figured that out. All right, so it is going to require magic to build an exact replica
Okay.
of this shop at the moment when Jeff Stapleton withdrew the thing.
Well, I do believe in my grit this time.
Okay. All right.
Is there any advantage from the fact that we're literally at the North Pole at Santa Claus's workshop?
Well, you are building out of clay, so I'm going to give you a +1 for that.
Awesome.
And you know what? I will give you just a generalized +1 Santa bonus because he's right there, and he seems like he'd help you a lot. That said, this is going to be really tricky because you are building a pocket universe within a pocket universe. So that's a
Yeah.
+7.
Can we get the elves
Ooh.
to help us?
Yeah.
Sure, that's another +1 because it's going to be really big.
Okay.
Breaks
I mean-
the rules of reality. +7. It's a classroom or bigger because you are literally building another world. So that's 14.
Yes.
Let's see. How long do you want this thing to exist?
Long enough to pull the time magic out.
Of the drawer.
Of the drawer.
Or the
So-
cabinet.
Okay,
Yeah.
the
I
cabinet.
think we're
So
gonna
like
say
what,
that's
5 minutes
We're gonna
ish.
say that's a few minutes is fine. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna cut you a break there. So that's 15. Have you ever done anything like this?
No.
Okay, so you have to beat a 20.
Oh jeez. Okay.
But you do get your magic die. You get you're working with clay. You have the elves around. You have Santa around, so you get +3 automatically.
Oh wait.
So
Have I done this before? Because I've already like learned how to sculpt with clay in this.
this is very different. You are
universe. It's very
building
different.
you are building an exact
I'm with you.
replica
Yeah. Okay.
of a moment in time.
You're right. Okay.
I have a a rule modification, a homebrew
Okay.
suggestion.
Okay, I like
Can't-
this already.
Okay. Can we roll for things that like help to bring down his target number?
Sure.
Okay. Like if we can like get the elves to help, or like we already did that, but like if we roll like to get them to help a lot, like
Sure.
they'll build all the
Yeah.
cabinetry and like
Roll to inspire them,
the
maybe,
elves are amenable to this idea. They are, however, underpaid. The unicorns are accurate about that.
Okay.
So you're gonna have to beat a 10, basically.
oh I'm not
Well, since I'm wealthy,
Yeah.
yeah.
give the elves a bonus. Like I give them like a holiday bonus.
Yes.
Does your money mean anything in this universe?
I mean, yeah, I think like it's just the claymation version of my money. So I mean,
Yeah.
whatever.
Okay. Sure.
It's probably
Yeah.
just gold. I
You're
imagine
just
it's like gold
narrating.
coins,
You're just
so-
narrating and pulling money out of it.
Yeah, I'm like, oh yeah.
All right.
let's-
Well, you still have to beat a 10.
Merry Christmas, everybody, and then I get
Beat a
Strong
10 on
coin
charm,
okay.
and the more you
Okay.
beat it by, like the more benefit it will give.
Okay.
Okay.
Since I'm
You
doing
do this.
magic, can I? This is magic I'm cast. I'm making gold
No,
appear.
it's
Okay.
not magic. You're just
It was
persuading.
worth a try.
Just persuading.
It was worth a try.
Now I'm a rules lawyer.
Okay, I got an 11.
Okay.
Finally, I keep rolling. I always roll in the clutch moment, which is great. Yeah, I rolled an 11, so I beat it on the roll itself.
Okay.
So yeah, you do get a +1 from the elves.
Okay.
So,
All right.
what do you want to do?
I'm gonna try and roll like my weird tech magic to adjust the cameras in this claymation universe
Okay.
to like help create this pocket universe.
Okay.
Like-
Can I make a suggestion for what you're doing?
Yeah.
Because we already had the flashback of Jeff talking about reaching into the cabinet, so you're actually just like recreating this. You're like you're basically saying like, "Oh, we're going back to the same set that we already used."
Oh,
to make the new-
yeah. Something like that.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna say that this bends the rules of reality.
Oh,
this is a spell. Bends the rules. But you're just directing cameras. That's person or smaller. That's a 10. It's instantaneous, and you've never done anything like this before, right?
No.
Yeah, you're gonna have to beat a 15, but you do have generalized Santa magic and generalized clay magic.
Okay.
So you have to beat a
And
13.
it's tech, so I get +3.
Right.
All right. 12, 13,
Ooh.
14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
Okay,
Yay.
so I'm gonna give you a +2 from that.
Okay.
So
Nice.
yeah.
Does the 12 explode? Do the
Oh.
12s explode?
Well, you've
Right,
already
the-
beat it, so
Yeah,
it
yeah.
doesn't-
Okay. All right.
I don't, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
it explodes until you
Okay.
beat it. And then
Okay.
it stops.
So I have +1 from working in
actually
clay.
helps you if it keeps going.
So
Yeah,
I think you're up to a
Yeah.
I think you're up to a 5 bonus. So you need to beat a 15.
Okay, and I have +1 grit magic.
Right.
Because I'm trained in grit.
Okay.
So okay, so I have +6 to this.
Mhm.
Okay. All right, this is gonna be great, and I need to beat a 20.
15.
20.
Spencer's going to watch this and
We got the plus.
I-
six.
Okay.
text. He's going to text me and be like, that's actually how help magic works. Like, what helping works in this book. Did
Yeah.
you read the book?
Oh, this is looking good. A 16 plus a 1, and then my +6 would make it a 23.
23.
23,
Yes.
23 skidoo.
Okay, tell me what it looks like as you recreate
Christmas Eve.
reality.
Right, Christmas Eve. Yeah. So I think the clock is like striking midnight.
Mhm.
You know, and so like we've been like you know, we all are like, we have like little clay droplets that we're sweeping away from our foreheads. You know,
The claymations, like,
Yeah.
yeah, the
They
claymation.
kind of like float in the air for a
Perspiration.
second.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. And you
I
know,
love it so much.
yeah. The elves are just like lounging around and sipping hot cocoa and counting their coins, and you know, and Daphne and Melody and I are like our little round clay faces are like you see from inside the cabinet as like we peer into the cabinet, and we all three reach in simultaneously and we pull out this like glowing light.
I mean, do we?
Hopefully,
Okay, well, yes, there's a glowing
we
light.
pull
there.
out. We pull out.
You
what?
have but you have recreated this moment in time.
Yes.
So I'm gonna make this super weird and creepy.
Okay.
Okay. right.
Clay hands descend into this space and
Okay.
begin building things out of flesh. So they're building this moment like goo and blood and skin.
Oh,
all gets
great. I
stuck
love
this so much.
together.
I love this so
And
much.
they're molding little people, and you see Jeff Stapleton, who is indeed just a normal shop teacher guy, has a nice beard, is wearing like a red shirt, but does not appear to be.
Mhm.
Great bushy
Um,
beard.
Yeah, great big bushy beard. You see Kimmy's there, she's on her phone.
Toaster.
Host.
And as Jeff Stapleton walks forward and puts his hand in and is withdrawing this green thing, you see there are various other figures in the room. They include what is obviously a version of Melody, what is obviously a version of Tanager, what is obviously a version of Daphne, what is obviously a version of Dante, what is obviously just a boy you've never seen before. He's kind of pale and has black hair, and he's like chewing on his fingernails and looking around very nervously. And as you're watching Jeff pull this thing out and like hand it up to the clay hands, which hand it up to you, you see there's this like stutter step figure of a thin man carrying a phone with a long mustache, who's dressed in these black robes, and like you don't actually see him. It's just every few frames he appears and he's moving toward the boy, and he reaches the boy, stabs the boy through the ear, and it goes black. But you have the rock.
Oh no.
Oh. Okay, this is all really weird. I don't think we're in Kansas anymore.
I don't know, why were you all, I don't remember you being there, but it was definitely otherwise the same.
Huh?
I mean, Michelle wasn't there. I know Michelle was there that day. You said her name, and it was like I remembered her. The
Mm-hmm.
one with the long curly red hair?
Do you know who
Mhm.
that kid was that got stabbed?
No idea. Well, I think we just saw something very old and very dangerous and very scary, and you could bed down here for the night if you'd like. Mrs. Claus makes wonderful cookies.
I think I'd kind of like to go home.
Yeah, I'll really appreciate the offer, and I bet the cookies are like the best cookies ever. I think we might want to go.
Listen, this is probably a brand new thing that you would never have heard of or thought of, but one of the
Uh-huh.
ways that I get around is I can travel to any Christmas tree. I'll let you use that. It's like there's a global network of Christmas trees throughout the multiverse.
Or like soda machines.
What?
Nothing.
What's a soda? Oh, a soda machine. What?
Yeah.
They just give you soda.
There's one in Barrow, Alaska.
Sure. Do you want to go to Barrow, Alaska?
No, we
No,
want
I want to
go
go
to the-
home.
to
Yeah.
Christmas tree back where we're from.
Okay. All right.
So you just like think about where you want to go and you go.
There's a Christmas tree up in the middle square there. Just go there and yeah, step in. And Leopold, it's really nice seeing you, kid. Love is sometimes temporary and ephemeral, and that's just how it is. But your parents love you, kid, and that's fine. And you should work with that. You can. Anyway,
I take Jeff Stapleton aside for a second. I go, I know we've had like a lot of weird stuff happen right now, and I know like you said the thing about what children want. I actually think it might do a lot of good for Leopold if you gave him a skateboard.
yeah, okay. He hands you a skateboard.
Yeah.
You say it's from you.
Oh.
All right.
By the way, your moms, you're gonna save them. I believe in you, kid.
Aw.
Thank you.
Uh, yeah. So
Hey, real quick before we leave, I just want to ask, hey, Mr. Stapleton, Santa Claus.
yes,
Do you know who Curtis is?
Curtis.
Yeah.
That was the. Everything goes down.
Okay.
And you're back home.
I forgot the name, and I was like,
Yeah.
"What's that name?" I'm glad
Yeah.
you said it.
I know. That's
I
what I
read it.
thought when it was like the kid. Yeah. I just like I have this one note in my notes.
Yeah,
It says, "Who is Curtis?"
I have a lot of notes,
Question
and I
mark.
don't have Curtis. I'm putting
Yeah.
it down now. Curtis,
Yeah.
question mark, stabbed, question
Yeah.
mark.
Oh. Ooh.
And you're back in the main hall at Icewood, and the Yule Festival is raging on.
Yeah.
There is a Yule tree here, which is
Yeah.
close enough for government work.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to square a circle for the audience, Unicorn Mike made it back home just fine.
How did the negotiations for unionized labor for the elves go?
Well,
I
they've got a
mean,
strike fund now.
The
so
elves already had a union, but Unicorn Mike encouraged them to hold out for better conditions.
Yeah.
Over the next year, the elves and Santa came to a rapprochement and understood that they were only as good as each other. The
Love
elves now have one of the most generous contracts in all of the multiverse, and
Yes.
Santa is all the richer for it because it helps when we help everybody.
Yes.
right?
That's me, Unicorn Mike. You can read more about it in your local library. There's many books on the history of organized labor.
Look for the union label. I think at one point when we get back, I would like sneak into the dorm area and I would drop that skateboard off for Leopold, like outside his door, wrapped up, and I would just put from a friend.
That's awesome. Good work.
I'm not trying to get credit for it myself.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to give it to him.
And
Perfect.
yeah, I feel like the post-credit scene too is like us in one of our dorm rooms, like looking at the shiny rock, like
Mm-hmm.
what do we do? And like just trying to like mess with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The actual post-credit scene is Anne Appleton's girlfriend saying yes to her. They got
Aw.
engaged. Good for them.
Yay.
No, but when Wendell Parker comes and knocks on the door and says,
to you about the Avengers Initiative.
Wendell Parker knocks on the door and says, so I see you got it.
Yeah.
Did you? We still had Christmas though. How did you pull that off?
Well, it was.
You know what? You have your secrets from us. We have our secrets from you. We got it.
Have you figured out what it is?
Yeah. We. Well, no.
No.
Of course we- no, yeah.
We haven't.
It's a rock, I think, or something.
It's a glowy rock.
Who takes it? Can I look at it? I won't take it.
Sure. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a universe. There you go.
Oh my.
Oh.
End of session 4.
Ah, I love it.
Yay.
Yay!
Ah. Oh, that was super good.
Yeah. you know what? I was like, are we ever like? I was like, we're gonna have to cliffhanger in this, and then you were like, I'm gonna build a universe in a workshop. I was like, sure.
With apparently another universe inside of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I do want to add one more post-credit scene.
Sure.
Because I did establish earlier that it was Daphne's birthday on the 21st.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I don't think she told anybody else. And so I think we just had like one moment of her in her room, kind of like singing happy birthday to herself. And like maybe has like a little cupcake with a candle in it. And like a little picture of her mom's.
Aww.
Aw.
You gotta go save your moms.
Yeah.
So next time we are going to do the ritual to see what happens when we build whatever this artifact is. And
Yeah.
also, who's Curtis? What was up with that shop scene? Why were all the other kids there? What's going on? Will Unicorn Mike find love? We're going to find out all of that and more next time.
Do you still want to go over like what the downtime is going to be between the two sessions? Or
Sure.
okay.
Sure.
I don't want to keep you late. That's why
No,
I'm
that's
asking
okay.
if you want to do it.
It's okay. No, go for it.
Does anyone else have ideas what you're doing?
What are we doing? Oh, sorry. What are we doing?
Earlier, she said she was going to have us talk at the end of the session about what our holiday plans were going to be.
That's right. Yeah.
So just give me a brief like postscript scene of this is what you did over the holidays.
Yeah.
I think. Okay, so, Tanager is back at her mom's place on the couch, and like bundled up with blankets, and there's hot cocoa, but of course it's like the air conditioner's on. And they're she's putting on a movie, and they're like, hurry up, you're gonna miss it. And her mom, and if you're okay with this, Daphne, like, come in with like cocoa.
I'm not there.
No, you're not there. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay. And so okay, so her mom comes in, and they sit down, and Tanager takes out her phone and texts Daphne and Melody, Merry Christmas, miss you.
Aww. I mean, Melody's at the school. I feel like she probably never picked up on like the subtle like I'd like to hang out with you, but it's also like school, so a lot of people stay. So like Daphne could definitely still be around, and like they'd spend Christmas together without it like having to be like a formal invitation. Because Melody is definitely not invited to the super cool Inkwood Yule celebration, unless Caitlin needs something carried. And yeah, I feel like when she gets that text, like she texts back, "Happy Yule," and I feel like when she texts, it's like in this weird font that like
Yeah.
like no phones have it, except they all kind of magically have it when she texts.
Yeah.
You know how like sometimes you'll like type a thing on like Facebook or something and it'll do the fireworks. It does that. It's just like an exploding Santa Claus because it's like and like yeah.
To come out of the phone a little bit too.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Daphne makes several flights on her broom to Germany and tries to figure out how to get into this castle. So that's what she's spending like a lot of her holiday doing. She's actively trying to like, I think she might even make an attempt or two, but like no, like doesn't like nothing goes very far at all. It's like she like tries to talk her way past. Like there's actual tours of the castle, so I think she's trying to like figure out where the entrances are to the like dungeon area or like where the magical. It's like she's like scoping it out. So she's less actually trying to break in and more casing the joint.
I'm gonna totally break this system. Do you have 2d6?
I can roll 2d6 on my phone.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Actually,
we're
no,
gonna-
no.
Here, I've got
I
some.
literally have a bag full of dice right here. Why not,
Guess
like,
what,
oh,
Spencer? Now it's PBTA. We just made it PBTA.
oh, my stuff just fell for.
You want these, right?
I know it. I know
A mini
you.
of
Spencer,
mine
you're
just
wonderful.
under us.
Thank you for watching.
Cool.
But we're
We love
rolling
you,
2d6
Spencer.
now.
Apparently, I have a magical talisman of a ring. All right, so cool.
2d6, and you get 7 to 9. You can ask me one question. You get 10 and above. You can ask me 3.
I love it. Okay. I got a 5, so I get nothing.
Oh no.
Which I think is actually more thematically what I was looking for.
I'll give you
so.
some information anyway. When you are there, you are you notice that it is guarded by. You don't actually see this. You just suspect it's true based on several things. You think there's probably a dragon there.
Okay. And then one last thing, and I know we're trying to wrap it up, so I don't want to take too much
Okay,
longer.
yeah, no.
But I think that because you made me think of this when you were talking, and so this is like saccharine. I'm sorry, but I'm doing it.
Okay.
You said the thing about how like you're not invited to the cool Inkwood party.
Uh-huh.
I think Daphne was invited to the cool Inkwood party,
Mm-hmm.
and I think I'm imagining this shot of Melody sitting outside the party, like just kind of like minding her own business at the school, and Daphne walks up and she has like her really nice, like extravagant, like party gown on,
Mhm.
and she sits down next to you and doesn't go into the party and spends the time hanging out with you.
Okay.
And
I like that.
I think I'll end it there.
Okay. I like it.
So that is our fourth
Nice
session. Yeah, we will be back next time in a week. We're going to be going for the next couple weeks. We're taking September 7th off, but we will then conclude at some point in September. This is actually shaping up to be the 10-session game I had in my brain. So yeah, we're in good shape for that. Oh wait, I have to thank the audience.
Yes.
Audience, thank you for watching, everyone. I go back and read
And
your
listening.
comments on the Twitch stream. I always greatly enjoy that. I also thank you for listening to all you podcast folks out there who are listening either immediately or in the far future, where we've been replaced by claymation people. I would like to thank our chat mod, Darth Lord Canada, Dork Lord Canada. I'd like to thank our chat mod, Dork Lord Canada, for
And-
their hard work.
And James V has helped us out tonight.
And James V for their hard work. And as always, thank you to our amazing patrons who keep us ad-free and independent. Go to happyjacks.org/Patreon to support us. Again, I'm Emily St. James. I am the GM here every Wednesday. You can find me on Twitter at twitter.com/EmilyBDW. And here are my lovely players. Kimmy.
Hello, I'm Kimmy. You can find me at Golden Lasso Girl on most social media. I also run Happy Jacks. So if you at Happy Jacks on anything in social media, it's me also. You can find me here every Wednesday for this game. I'm also here on Friday nights, every Friday, for our write-in TTRPG advice show. So we get emails in from around the world. So if you want to check that out, that's at 7:30 every single Friday. And a lot of these wonderful people are on it sometimes. So it's kind of a rotating cast of people answering questions, sharing stories, horror stories, happy stories, celebration stories, random facts. It's a mishmash and it's very fun and entertaining. So, and you can also find the games that I design and write at goldenlassogames.com.
Speaking of, I just played Decima last night to start working on a mage campaign. It was a blast. It worked really well. So anyway, Halito, my name is Adam, and I am I'm here regularly. I'm here every Wednesday on this show, although I won't be here next week because I will be in Minneapolis. So if you're in Minneapolis or near Wausau, Wisconsin, let me know.
Yeah, drop in a Wausau.
Yeah, right?
I looked up Wausau on Zillow. I could buy a house there really
I
easily.
know, right? Yeah.
And reach into some cabinets, you might find a whole universe.
Right? Yeah. And then I'm usually here every other Friday on the Advice Show podcast. And you can find me at Hoobug, HOOBUK on Twitter or Instagram, mostly Instagram.
Hey everybody, I'm Riley Silverman, and as of this week, I have a literally published Star Wars book that came out yesterday, August 9th, so that's available. So you can actually pick that up. It's called Star Wars Galaxy's Edge Treasures from Batuu, and it's available at bookstores now. And I'm very excited about that, but I have 2 more coming, so you can check those out. I have Exploring Tatooine and also the Life Day pop-up book and advent calendar, where I definitely had thoughts of that in my head tonight when I thought about Christmas traditions. But yeah, those are available, so you can pre-order those. You can go to rileysilverman.com/books to find out links for purchasing books now or pre-ordering books that are coming out soon. And please do it, because it makes me happy, and it made me happy to write them, and I think you'll like them, and I want you to be happy too.
While we were playing this, someone text messaged me. Please keep in mind that I am no professional astrologer. I'm just a girl living in Los Angeles, and I picked up some stuff that I find incredibly entertaining.
Does someone you know, or does
Someone I know. Just someone randomly texted me
Also plausible.
I know. I've gotten some weird wrong numbers recently.
No.
They're like a fanny thing people
It's
do,
Los
so.
Angeles. That could just be a random pickup text. You never know.
Yeah.
That
So
too.
we can't play music here on the show, but if you want to play some closing credits music for this episode, I recommend "Things Fall Apart" by Christina Christina. You can join us next Wednesday, August 17th, for our next session. If you want to catch up on past episodes, visit happyjacks.org/hexbreakers. And if you want to find all of the other actual plays on the Happy Jacks Network, visit happyjacks.org. Thank you so much for watching, everybody, and we will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.